legitimately shocked by the split online.
Chris Rock should have blocked him high. Shake my head is crazy. All the fighting game references for this whole shit is funny as fuck to me.
Mike, yeah, Mike, I'll join off you. Get in the game, I'll join off you.
So y'all playing Mario Kart?
Yes, sir. I'm addicted, bro.
I'm pulling up.
Yes, sir.
What's your room? Put your link in and I'll join too.
Put your link. What are you talking about?
Friend
Mario
lobby?
Kart during the show?
Yeah.
Doing Japan time, Mario.
Bro, Roger, the last time you were playing a game during Japan time, it went horribly.
Not true.
Animal Crossing one.
Yeah. Leave
Oh,
it
yeah,
to
yeah.
the pros. Leave it to the pros
What
over here.
happened? I don't remember.
That's true.
Roger literally just like froze every time a topic ended because he didn't know what to do because he was
That's
playing.
true because I was
fucking
playing the
video
game. That is true. Oh, the after credit scene is Shadow.
Hello?
You stop this right now, sir.
No, I
the
looked it
after
up. I
credit
wanted to know
scene-
what the end credit scene for the new Sonic movie is.
No,
Stop
the
this, sir.
post-credit scene is Big the Cat scratching his fucking nuts.
No, it's literally Shadow. I'm looking at it right now.
Yo,
It's on. I went on Movie Spoiler Reddit.
That'd be funny as fuck.
post it.
Imagine everyone just waits in the theater, like the credits
Cat
end,
scratching his
2
nuts.
minutes pass, and then it's just Big
No,
the Cat
what
scratching
it,
his
what,
fucking
it,
nuts.
what it has to be, bro? It has to be like a shot, like just a quiet shot of him fishing and then just scratching his ass while he's fishing.
You guys think if they
And then
put
and then
Shadow
he
in the
and then they
movie,
zoom
it's
in and he
just
says
gonna-
"fuck McDerritt." That's just man. That's just crazy.
I take it. Okay, that's recognition. I'd be Ken in the Sonic universe. Sure. Let's do it.
If they put Shadow in the movie, are they gonna do like a copy paste of Sonic's model, or do you think they're gonna like make
Who do
a
you think is
brand
gonna
new
fuck
one?
Maria?
It
Will
would
the
have to be
quills
built
go up or
if,
down?
They have to be built off Sonic, but they have to change his quills.
Yeah.
So when
Here you go,
Shadow's
Mike.
in the Sonic movie, who's gonna play Maria?
Not quick.
I feel like they're just not
Okay.
gonna have a
Scarlett-
Maria.
Scarlett
They're not
Johansson.
gonna do that.
So
Scarlett
you're not gonna have
Oh,
Maria.
Johansson. Maria's a
But then
kid.
what would Shadow's backstory be?
Bro, it doesn't
Mario!
matter. Scarlett Johansson will play
I don't know.
anyone.
I feel like there's not gonna be a.
that's-
My thing is, I
That
feel like
shit
she's
is
not gonna
crusty.
die in the movie. If she'll
No,
probably
but-
already be gone or missing.
No, but
or
you
he's
gotta have a
trying to save
picture of
or
her for
something.
dramatic
Flashbacks,
effect,
bro.
Gareth. Damn it.
Yeah. or
Also, did you
flashbacks,
guys see
something
the
like that.
reviews for the Sonic movie where people were saying
Oh yeah, too
More
few
times
humans
than
needs more.
too
Yeah.
few human characters?
Yeah.
Like that's the funny part. It's like all the trailers for the first Sonic movie barely were about Sonic. They're about everybody else. And now this one is.
This is,
Oh my God.
podcast.
The other kids are there because like every trailer is just Sonic and Tails and Knuckles.
Yeah, well,
Podcast.
that guy who did a good job, whatever his name is.
It's podcastable.
It
This-
is.
You should be saving all
I
this.
think.
Yeah, marketing team is great.
All right, let me go ahead and hop in this fucking lobby for Mario Kart.
I keep watching this Twitter thing of Sonic and Tails.
So my vote for Maria is the girl who plays who's gonna play Peach, whatever her name is.
Oh my
Oh my
god!
God.
Jesus.
Hey, you gotta adjust the
That
volume.
boy
bro.
cooking up back there.
Hold on. Okay. All right. Yeah. Hold on.
But I know this is who Fidel wants to play Maria for sure. Here you go. This is Fidel's pick.
All right, man. We don't need to do this. We don't need to do this.
That's who I think it is.
Verify to continue. What is
I
it?
guess. I cannot
Hey.
believe this.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd be
fuck
down with
is
that
this?
too. I'd be down with that
She
too, bro.
can
I'm not
play,
gonna
she
lie.
can play Maria if she wants, bro. I won't be opposed
Yeah,
to it.
It's
hey,
gonna be Maria. That's it. Yeah.
All right, bet.
I got something for you.
Bro, she could be Amy for all I care. Just show up as herself. I would just
All right.
Here, just
All
walk
right,
in there and be
buddy.
like, "It's me, Amy Rose." She's got a little hammer.
What if they did? No, there's no way they do that, right? They made Amy human.
Oh my God, that photo is perfect
No.
for the stream.
Hey, yo, everyone in my chat, make sure you're also in Shova's chat specifically. For the opening, you're gonna want to watch that
Big
shit.
debut.
That's all I'm saying.
Call me Falco. I ain't your buddy.
Your buddy.
I ain't
Still
your
not a
bu-
rapper,
no.
but I'm better than you. Pity like Peloton is amused. Oh my God. Oh boy, I'm never getting over that. That's fine. That's fine.
Turn off your damn camera right now.
Why
do
do
you
you
mean?
have a Lola Bunny mug?
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about,
That's
man.
clean.
Yeah, but Roger,
Where did you
This
get
man
that?
had no Tito. This man had to find a way to get his lips on Lola Bunny. Okay.
why were you
Hey,
not
chill,
saving that?
chill,
Lola Bunny
chill,
mug?
chill, chill.
My hands are up.
Why are you not saving that while wearing your Japan time jacket?
Oh, well, we haven't promoted it yet. We're talking about it on the show. We got to.
This is a pre-show. We can promote
No, but
it now.
the
Promote it
pre-show.
again.
We got to promote it on the actual show. The pre-show.
promote
There's
it twice.
400
There's
people in
three
here.
streams
What are you talking
live
about?
right now.
Huh?
Japantime.shop.
Japantime.shop. We have to promote it on the actual show, man.
There's 3 streams right now. You can promote again.
We'll promote again. If Japantime. Oh my God! So he found the Maria casting. That is what I'm hearing from Ricky. So
Yes, sir. What's going on here? Is this? This is. I'm out of here. Hold on. I don't know about
Make sure you use the code secrecy at checkout when you're buying the Japan jacket.
Yeah, I don't know about this. I'm good.
Japantime.shop. We'll make sure to talk about it on the actual show, though. You know. What are we at right now? How many have we sold? We've already sold quite a bit.
78. So we're almost halfway, and we still have
Woo!
halfway to go.
That's what I like to see. All right, great. Let's get to 100 tonight. Let's get to 100 tonight. Okay, so I was going to model them when I was in Chicago, but then stuff came up. So, but I will.
Did everyone have them? He's getting them early.
Jofu, I already got the address and stuff, so he should be getting them soon. Yeah, Fidel is too.
Yeah.
We're
And then-
into the. Wait, never mind. Whoa.
What were you gonna say?
Wait, what's going on with your mic, Fidel?
What happened?
Anyway,
Nothing happened.
Okay, that's weird.
Nothing wrong.
Yo.
That was crazy. That's crazy.
oh, your boy's here.
Oh, anyone
This
can.
time.
Oh shit.
Ricky?
Oh shit!
Bad.
I gotta change my links back.
Oh shit!
Why would you dare do that? What's wrong with you? You ugly.
Moving him. Why are you moving him?
I knew it was you. I knew it was you.
They're still called
yeah.
bonfires. What does that mean?
It's an Elden Ring thing. I didn't change it from last week. I'm stupid.
So, do we have a progress update, Shofu?
Huh?
Huh?
Progress update on what?
On what?
The package?
There we go. Hey, yo.
That's just on my fucking countertop.
Don't ayo that, bro. Come on.
No, he's
Come on,
no,
man.
both. Everybody's correct here. Keep going. This is just set play. It's just set play. Like we're just playing neutral.
All right.
Which speaking of neutral, Chris Rock got no footsies, bro.
Stop. Save it for the show.
Please calm down.
You gotta save it. Come on.
What's the play in football when you? I don't even know what it's called. Like the ball, like someone has it and you pass it, not the handoff. I can just go with handoff.
This is these nuts. Get out
No,
of
no,
here.
it's not. Roger, can you get the handoff and go get that and mail it?
I'm not even answering that. I don't even know where to begin.
No,
Oh my
You know, there's
everyone
a
is
Discord
so
server
shook.
where you can type in text and no one has to hear you.
Oh, am I
Might
typing
use
right now?
that. No.
What?
This is at McDareth.
Oh, I was like,
Listen, man. I'm gonna send
Okay.
it one of these days. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know, but
One
I
of
would like
these
one of these days to
days.
be sooner than later.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, R.I.P. the drummer for Foo Fighters, bro.
For real.
That's
Alright.
crazy.
drive from Shofu's and mail it to me, Rogers base. No, I gave it to him already.
That's the.
Oh, you didn't want me to read that out loud.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. He has it, but I need it sent back to me.
I already spoiled that Shadow's the end credit thing for the new Sonic movie, so what does it matter, man?
You are a demon, but
What
he
the
has
hell?
it, and I need it sent back to me. So if you could help mediate the situation.
We'll get there when we get there, bro.
You
Okay,
don't need help. I got it.
Shofu
One
and
of
I are
these days.
busy men. You'll get there when we get there,
Oh
okay?
God, bro.
I
We're busy.
I'm trying.
You know what you're gonna push? No,
Shadow
you're gonna
Warrior.
push. No, you're pushing these jackets. That's what you got to worry about. You push
You
these
know what
jackets.
would help these?
Wait, how
jackets?
about you know what would help?
The
Is
podcast
shut your mouth
hosted on
and
an
push the
audio
jackets.
platform would help these.
I'm
jackets.
eating chicken right now, and I'm eating my broccoli. I'm eating my dinner. You push the jackets. You promote the jackets. We're good.
I have this right now.
Keep doing it. Promote the
now.
jackets again. Fidel, promote the jackets.
All right,
Yeah,
wait,
promote
all right,
the
listen,
jackets,
everybody in
man.
the chat. Buy the jackets, y'all.
Buy the damn
Now.
jackets. Right,
That's
I'm
one
gonna-
of the
I-
most
I-
emotions
I-
I've ever heard.
right
I need to
Neo.
make it a command on my chat for the jackets.
Anyways, I'm starting the damn intro and all that.
See,
so
no,
go.
if we were
Hey, let's go,
professional,
everyone.
ain't too excited. I don't fuck with none of that.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to we have a little over 100 Japan Time podcast jackets left. You better go buy those jackets right now at teamjapantime.shop. Podcast, I'm your host, Rogers Bass.
So
Joining me this week, I've got the one, the only, Shofu. What's going on, Shofu?
What it oh man? I'm just over here not getting slapped. You feel me?
That's right. That's right. And someone else who isn't getting slapped on today's show is Coastward. What's going on, Coastward?
Hey, new intro gamers.
Which, by the way, everybody say thank you to Coast for the amazing job on that new intro. And say thank you to Fidel for not talking about Sonic yet. What's going on, Fidel?
Not yet. I'm right here, man. I'm ready, bro. I'm out here. I'm hanging out with Will Smith. He tried to smack me. I dodged it. I'm different.
That's right. And, you know, someone who's been trying to do things but can't do things because he doesn't have his hard drive yet, we've got McDareth. What's going on, McDareth?
How do you do this? Like, why is that my fault?
He didn't blame you. It didn't happen yet. Is that not a fact?
Yes. Hey, what's up, everyone?
Yeah. And something else that's a fact, by the way, is Mike is definitely enjoying Kirby, the Forgotten Land, because there's Waddle Dees all over the place. So welcome, Mike. Welcome to the show.
Hey, I'm doing pretty good today. Hope you're doing well.
I'm glad you're doing good. I'm definitely doing well, and I know someone else is doing well because Solar Ash has been released. Is Viram? What's going on, Vera?
Bro, Solar Ash has been out for like 3 months.
Let me push your game. How about you let me push your game, all right?
I mean, I appreciate it nonetheless.
Of course.
And actually, there's a little something coming out. It's gonna happen later this week. I'll talk about
Very
it
nice.
in a bit.
And, you know, Wario's got a little something coming out of somewhere with the emote that Tito's got. What's up, Tito?
Look, I got a top 10 rating emote of all time. If you got it in the Shofu's chat, go ahead, throw it up, bro. Look at that.
The fantastic emote. And someone else who has fantastic emotes, of course, we've got Zeph. What's going on, Zeph? Welcome.
Hello.
You got to speak up, Zeph.
Hello.
That's better. That's better.
Someone at the door?
Instead of making his voice louder, he got closer to the
Wait
mic.
a minute. Someone might be at the door right now. Hold on. Ricky, could you answer that for me?
Ricky?
He might
I
be
think
out
they
the
killed
door.
him.
He might be
Oh,
out there.
they found him.
They
Well,
got him.
They finally
Oh,
found
I
him.
see who was at the door. I see. Whoa. Wait, what's going on? This is not what I was expecting. Wait, what's going on?
Was that my cue? How was that a cue? I was not supposed to know that I was supposed to come
Oh
in.
my God.
Car, man. Gosh, dang it.
Why does Fidel sound like light?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Oh, well.
Ricky, go get!
There you
I
go.
was the only one who ever got my back.
I got you,
Well,
brother.
someone who always has my back is our special guest this week. We got Chris. What's going on, Chris?
Hey,
Welcome.
yo.
Yeah, what's a
What's
special
going on,
breath?
everybody?
Hard.
I know what a breast is.
A
Hope
what?
everybody's enjoying this wonderful, what is it, Monday afternoon? Evening,
Monday,
wherever you are.
It's raining like shit over
Tuesday
here.
morning. Yeah, boy.
Rogers, raining over there, man?
Raining a little bit. Yeah,
Oh, it was pouring over here.
it was. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm like 10 minutes away from you, so yeah, it's raining by me.
Hey, man. You never
People
know.
don't need to know that, though. That's fine. That's fine. The people also don't need to know we're probably going to get the bag relatively soon with a good stream
People
opportunity.
also
That'll be
need
fun.
to
So.
know that the jackets are on sale.
Woo! Yes, they do. Thank you very much, Coast, for that excellent plug. once again, you can go to japantime.shop to get yourself a beautiful Japan Time limited edition jacket. We've already sold 78 jackets, and we're not even at the halfway point of the campaign right now. So everybody, if you're in the live chat, all 1,000 of you, go on japantime.shop, or so help me God, I will show up at your house with the power of Will Smith's backhand. And I will make sure that you buy one of these jackets. So go buy the jacket,
bro. Don't worry. At some point
No,
today,
no. He said the backhand. He hit him with the front hand last time.
Okay.
The backhand is all bones and knuckles.
Regardless,
bro.
at some point today during the show, the Japan Time commentating crew will do a frame-by-frame analysis of this play. Don't worry about it. We're gonna break. Veerman and I are gonna break it down for you. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Obviously, it's been a busy couple of weeks. Kirby and the Forgotten Land was released. We got the DLC for Mario Kart. Like I said, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. There's been news of a Sonic cinematic universe. I mean, there's so much going on. I don't even know where to begin. But I think
wait, hold on. I can't lie. That sounds so insane to me. A Sonic cinematic universe. Fucking crazy.
You know what?
Are we starting here then?
We are starting.
What are your
You got
thoughts
me
on the
fucked
Sonic
up.
cinematic universe? Why is that messing you up?
It's crazy that Roger's seen the ending too.
Well, I told you. Like I said, Shadow's the end credit scene. So
Why are you just a demon?
All right.
I don't. Before they crucify me, I actually have no
Because
idea.
who gonna stop him? Who?
It is not. Well, it might be I.
I don't think it's going to be Shadow though. I think I agree with you guys on the last show that it's going to be Metal Sonic.
We should not even instigate this conversation because it.
Why?
some
I mean, we're
people
just
in the UK
theorizing.
Read on that?
Because someone in the chat will say it because people in the UK can see it. It's a scary time.
And that guy can shut up.
I know. Go ahead and say it.
we-
Because
we-
guess
we
what?
gotta-
Fidel bitch ass spoiled me on Kirby the other day.
Wait, whoa, hold it down.
Wait,
Wait,
What?
how?
Fidel bitch
I
ass
did not.
spoiled me on
No,
Kirby
I
the other
didn't.
day. I was up
No.
there chilling, playing my game. Here Fidel
Okay.
comes in. Hey, you know you can fucking do this. I said, bro, what? I'm not even there yet, bro. Like, damn. And he said, I thought you knew. I thought you. Well, guess what? I thought you knew all these spoilers that my man Idris Elba just told me about the Sonic movie.
No,
I
Idris
call
Elba
him
didn't tell you
Idris.
anything.
I'm gonna call him
No,
Idris
no,
right
no,
now.
no,
I'm calling
no,
Idris right now
I
on
cannot
stream,
believe
bro.
this.
Wait, you can't shoot all of us. for
No.
Fidel.
Hey, hold it down. He's on the phone. Hold it down.
You can't shoot all of us. You just gotta go up to Fidel.
No. Hold it down. He's on the phone.
Idris, you there, bro?
It doesn't sound like he's there.
Hey, yo, Idris, bro. This man spoiled Kirby for me, so I'm trying. Give me some details on the new Sonic movie, bro. I gotta get him back for this.
Hello, Shofu. How are you? Are you calling to talk about the Sonic movie? Well, I'm going to know about when Sonic dies from a knuckles punch, no less.
Is this Satan?
No!
15 minutes into the movie and Sonic stays dead. When you see you'll cry.
He dies!
So you telling me Sonic is dead? Oh my god, bro, that's crazy.
It's fine. They'll raise him with the power of the sun.
I can't believe you do that to me, bro.
Slap the shit out of Chris Rock.
You doing that, man?
Finally.
Don't kill my boy.
Right.
Imagine
Wait,
spoiling.
hold on. I know Roger didn't just turn on his camera and laugh. Like, he didn't spoil me too.
No, that's why I'm laughing.
No, watch out,
don't
buddy.
go there.
Now, watch
I'm
out.
Look, Chuck, I'm on Instagram, right? I'm on Instagram, and this man Roger, broad daylight, got a spoiler on his fucking story.
Oh
Like,
my
bro,
god.
Like, bro, I am not a fucking idiot. If I see that picture, I can clearly put together what the fuck happened. Spoiled, raw spoiled.
Oh, Jesus.
We're talking about One Piece, bro.
But
No,
you
I'm
know
talking
what?
about One Piece.
I'm calling my lawyer. I told you I was gonna call my lawyer, and I'm calling my lawyer.
I because the
calling my
chapter
lawyer.
already came out. Like, officially, because I wait for the official release, and so I avoided spoilers for 3 days.
All rise, all rise.
Oh, Jesus.
The Honorable Judge Chris presiding.
All right. Now, we're gathered here today to talk about the charges brought against one Rogers, last name Base, and one Fidel's Games case.
Oh,
Is that correct?
I'm in the court.
Yes,
Yeah, why am
that's
I in
correct,
the
Your
court?
Honor. The prosecution would like to present the charges for the defendants.
Go ahead.
We will begin in order of least importance. So Fidel, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we have the charges against the state from the state for you. We have 2 counts of premeditated Gardevoir harassment.
Okay.
We have 1 count, obviously, of unprovoked spoiling.
Right. Okay.
We have 231 counts of being a freak in public.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we have only 1 noise complaint.
Okay.
But it's one noise complaint, Your Honor. Just to clarify, it's 1 noise complaint joint and filed together from everyone he's ever met.
Now, Mr. Games Cage, I know I've seen you in here before, and we had to get everything settled on the Gardevoir harassment.
Yeah,
You were found guilty on those charges, and I told you if I found you back in this courtroom again, the sentence wouldn't be as light.
Right.
You have anything to say for yourself?
Well, I mean, listen, the Gardevoir thing, I really can't defend. It happened, you know. I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, she's a Gardevoir. I can't really tell what she's feeling. I mean, she's a Pokemon.
Bailey, take him away.
Situation.
Your Honor, we would like to motion for no bail, Your Honor.
No bail, straight at not even jail. Hell, actually, as a matter of fact.
Now I can defend my
What's
spoilers.
Objection, Your Honor.
Objection.
Objection.
You're gonna
on what grounds?
Oh shit!
Objection.
Okay.
Now,
prosecution.
Your Honor, I have some damning evidence that will actually fully support Fidel's innocence in this matter.
Just
Let's hear
admit to it.
Let's hear it.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'll allow it.
Now, if you go back in the Discord logs,
Oh my god!
about a month ago,
Oh shit!
when I asked for footage for the Japan Time intro, everyone was willing to provide sufficient footage from their beloved games, from their beloved shows. Fidel, in fact, actually providing more than anyone.
Yeah.
Objection,
What did
Your
Rogers
Honor.
Base
Objection,
provide?
Your Honor.
No. What did Rogers Base provide?
Objection.
Provided
bro.
no, a clip of
I
Low
would like
Bunny,
to take the
Your
stand.
Honor.
I would like to call myself as a witness.
Objection.
No, wait,
I would like to call myself as a witness.
I'm the only lawyer here. Point of
absolutely
honor.
presented the
Can we
trailer
get order in the court?
Yeah,
for
order
One
in the
Piece
court, please.
World Seeker and One Piece Burning Blood, and Luffy is in the trailer. Your Honor, I would like the record to state that Coast asked
Objection,
me
Your Honor. What the
I
fuck
want
does
to
this
include.
have
No
to do?
objection.
Hold
You
it
were
down.
talking-
What
Hold
does
it
this have to
down.
do with
He
the
told me-
original
he told
charge?
me-
Hold it down in the courtroom.
Order.
Hold it down.
Objection. This is irrelevant information that has
kangaroo
nothing to
court.
do
What is
with what we
this?
were talking about just a second ago. Absolutely nothing to talk about.
Overruled.
Objection.
Hey,
No. Shofu, did you not watch the Nintendo Direct?
What the fuck does this have to do?
Mr. Games Cage, please keep it in line.
Your Honor, a permission to approach the bench, Your Honor.
Yes.
Did you watch the Nintendo Direct? or not?
Your Honor, I don't think everyone realizes that we're actually trying to put them both in jail. So I would just like to make sure that you and I are clear that we're about to smoke both these dumbasses.
Tito, carry on, bro.
not-
Tito, carry
It's
on.
not one of the other.
Let me
Your Honor, I would be interested in the plea
They're
deal.
both gone.
Order.
You saw
Hey.
the Nintendo Direct.
I am willing to sell out Games Cage. I want a plea deal. This is your one opportunity. We can lock him up permanently.
We don't have to lock me up. I
Mr.
don't need to
Base,
be locked
Mr.
up.
Games Cage, if more outbursts come from either side of this courtroom, I'm finding you both in contempt with life without parole.
Sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Your Honor.
didn't mean
I would
that.
like to
I didn't
also
mean
present the charges against one Mr. Rogers Base.
Let's hear it.
The court willing? Thank you, Mr. Cocaine. We have another count here of unprovoked spoiling in public from Mr. Rogers Base. This is a repeated offense. We have a 1 count of a charge known as subscriber extortion, which is clearly a violation of TOS, Your Honor.
Your Honor, Your Honor, I would like to speak on that, if I may.
Base.
If I may.
We have one.
He put his hands on me.
We have
Someone get him out of the court.
we have 1 count of okay, this is interesting, Your Honor. Perjury. But this is specifically in relation to what we're naming stake evasion. So that's what we have as well.
Roger,
Additionally, Your Honor, we also we have.
I would like to speak on that. I would like to speak on the charge, if I may.
You may do so when approached for it, Mr.
Okay, fair enough.
Mr.
Fair enough.
Base.
Okay, I'm very sorry, Your Honor.
We
I'm
have
sorry, Your Honor.
just 2 more charges, Your Honor. Just 2 more charges. We have one fine here. In the way of it just says a lot. There's no denote. There's no money amount yet, Your Honor. For excessive flexing in public, which we all know is guilty. And then finally, Your Honor, I would like to bring attention to an image here for this last one for Exhibit A. If the court could please bring up that image now.
Oh God.
This is for public indecency. Your Honor, Rogers Base is clearly holding his banana in public, which is in clear violation of all TOS, Your Honor. So the evidence speaks for itself. The state would like to motion for no parole for the maximum sentence if all allowed, Your Honor. The defense rests, and thank you for your time.
Now, as the evidence shows, this is very damning. I don't think there's any way that we can consider these anything but incontrovertible.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, I would like to call myself to the stand as a witness.
You're not talking, buddy. What is
I
that?
absolutely would. I know Fidel isn't talking. So on the charge of state division. Wait. Your Honor, I know I have not been called to speak yet, but I would like to speak my piece before this. On the charge of stake evasion, all right, I plead not guilty for the sole reason that I have said on multiple occasions that if the staff of Japan Time is ever present at an event, that I would be more than happy to cater for the entire event and get steaks for everybody.
Objection! I've seen you at least 10 events since you owed me the first steak, buddy. How many steaks you don't buy?
If I can make an addendum, if I can make an addendum to that, Your Honor, Duncan Knee Deep was present and was not part of this bet, and thus being wait, Your Honor. Duncan was present at this event that Shofu was speaking about, but Duncan was not part of that pre-approved bet, and so because of that, I did not want to buy him a steak as well, and so I saved it for the next event in which Shofu was there. So I wanted to add to that.
What about when you saw me at Evo? Duncan wasn't anywhere in sight.
On the topic of Evo, I would like to plead guilty to the fact that I was just high. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
What?
You were steak dodging under the influence.
I will plead guilty to that charge. Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
It doesn't look
now
this good for you.
On the topic. Wait. On the topic of and the charge, I should say.
Matter of fact, you were at my house like a couple weeks ago.
Okay, that is true. I am guilty of being at Shofu's house a couple weeks ago, Your Honor. I am sorry.
You don't have to go to jail with me, buddy.
Well, I would though like to offer a plea deal in exchange for a bit of information I do have about Fidel, if I may. I would like to bring up the subject and the witness Sofia Gomez to the stand. Can I please call Sofia Gomez to the stand?
Call Sofia Gomez.
TikTok star Sofia Gomez. Could you please come to the stand?
You need to do this.
I don't need to, but I must, Fidel. I must in order to save my
order. Everyone.
No.
Everyone.
I have evidence that will clearly shut this case closed.
Okay.
I'm thinking of a good sentence already for both of them as it stands right now. But as far as I can tell, both of you
get the Skype screenshot.
The Skype screenshot.
I'm going to jail.
Now, as it stands, both of you have a mountain of evidence leading to guilty pleas on both charges. Now, I'm willing to be fair, even though Mr. Games Cage, I do believe I said that this would not be such a light sentence.
Yeah, no, I understand.
There is only one way that we can make up for these crimes. And that's if you both continue to agree in a court of law to continue pushing and promoting the Japan Time hoodies and merchandise from japantime.shop, a wonderful place where you can get all sorts of merchandise for this podcast.
Bruh.
I will absolutely abide by your terms, Your Honor, and I am happy to oblige. And thank you very much for taking pity on me.
Hey, you gotta kiss him on the lips too.
Your Honor,
absolutely.
Your Honor, permission to approach
I want the record to show that I am kissing Your Honor on the lips as well. Thank you very much.
What?
Your Honor, permission to approach the bench, please.
Who's running this court?
I'm going to jail
just real quick. Can you add to that? Okay, so I'm gonna say Roger owes me like another steak.
Right,
And
no,
like,
he's
I think
gonna
Fidel
owe
owes
me-
me Fidel owes me like at least 2 meals. Like at least.
Right, this is just off the record for the
Yeah. This is
stenographers
just like
not
you
hearing
add
it.
that
Right,
and you
right.
just say that like I didn't say that.
I can't
right?
say it out loud because if the
right,
stenographer
right,
hears,
right,
they'll
right,
have to
right.
add it to the court record. We have to have
just
that
add it to the
expunged.
addendum.
They owe me at least 60 grand as far as I'm concerned right now. They're wasting my time and bringing me out here. I was enjoying Kirby. I didn't
This
know
bit is
that
getting
this was.
very expensive. So I say we probably should wrap it up before we. It's a very expensive bit right now. So
Next time it's firing squad for both of them.
Yeah, I agree. I think we just killed him.
Yeah, you like $6.
Yeah, so we're putting Ricky through it right now. So we should probably just
Right,
All right. All right, cool. Your Honor, the prosecution rests. Your Honor.
Guilty.
That's a win. Shofu, my client, you have justice, sir.
I appreciate
I hope
it. Thank you.
I hope you're able. I hope you have a peace of mind for you and your family.
I don't want to go to jail, but no.
And this has been Courtroom with Japan Time.
Wait, does Ricky have like 6 songs going right now?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Japantime.shop. You can buy the
Ricky,
Japantime
turn that
jacket.
shit off.
Japantime.shop.
Turn it off.
We've already sold 3 Japantime.shop. Let's sell 3 more Japantime.shop.
Hey, and now back to the Sonic Cinematic Universe.
Oh my God, Big Darren! Jesus Christ, let the bit breathe.
Go.
That's
Oh, it
crazy
breathed.
as hell.
Way too long.
The bit did more than breathe.
No, you have to give it a last like a death girdle. Like,
Right. And let it wither away. You already talking about the Sonic Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, Sonic Cinematic Universe.
Fuck
Why
all
was
that.
Ricky playing like 6 songs at the end?
That's what I want to know.
So, part of me is excited for it because it's cool, you know, more movies. Part of me is like, I wish they would just let the movie come out before they keep talking about future movies, because that worries me. But
You gotta
I
have
don't
a
know.
roadmap.
I guess, but I feel like you need to do more than just 2 movies to be like, hey, cinematic universe, by the way. Like, what if this movie comes out, knock on wood, and it's awful? Where's the universe going?
Marvel did Iron Man. They had that shit planned out. Hello.
Did they?
Yes.
Did they announce
Yeah.
that from Iron Man? Okay, well, I guess I didn't remember that. Fair enough. I don't know. I'm in the camp that Sonic does really some cool things, and some things just don't land. And then it's just like, hey,
You
but
don't
said
say.
this.
That's the entirety of Sonic.
series.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Sonic
Yes.
the Hedgehog.
Yes.
I think with, like,
just
movies,
want
it's
the movie to
different,
come
though.
out. I just want the movie to come out and be good.
I mean, when they say cinematic universe, does that mean we'll get movies that don't even have Sonic in it?
Well, doesn't
Yeah.
the cinematic don't cinematic universes include series like side
Yeah,
series? Like
yeah.
we're getting the
They're
Knuckles.
getting
There's a
Yeah, we got
Knuckles,
the
there's a
Knuckles
Knuckles
one.
TV show, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the implication
yeah,
is that there would be
true.
like a chaotic series or like some shit where it's just like a Shadow spin-off.
I need Sonic
Shadow
Advance. I need
spinoff
Sonic
where
Go.
it's,
like
it's Shadow
Teen
with a
Titans Go.
gun.
But
That
but
would-
they
Yeah.
all but
Team
they,
Dark spinoff?
they all complement like an overarching story, you know,
Yeah.
or overarching story, however you pronounce that fucking word.
I need
Cinematic
Jones-
universe
That's
is
basically
just
what a
like-
cinematic universe
Yeah.
means nowadays.
Yeah, just a buzzword for like we're just gonna make a bunch of things in this continuity.
Like,
Yeah.
part of me
Do
is
you-
excited for that, but I
Yeah.
just want the movie to come out.
Yeah, I
And
know.
then do
We're
all
almost
this
there.
stuff.
We're right there. I mean,
You said it's
it
already
was
out in
just-
the UK, right?
Friday.
Yeah, well, they had the. Yeah, they
I
had
don't.
their
I don't
premiere
think that
in the
matters.
UK.
Actually, I
Got
think
it.
that's actually incorrect. I think you don't. I think it doesn't. It's totally like you're supposed to plan that far in advance.
No,
Yeah.
no. My point is, I'm fine with them planning it. I don't like how it's just being announced, like before the movie.
To be
is
fair, it
out.
was like it's like a producer in an
Yeah, producer
interview.
just in an interview just said, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those
It's
things
not
like he
like-
doesn't really
yeah.
have to say that. Like the movie could come out and smash, and then you go, yeah, by the way, we're doing all this extra stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Rather than
probably
before
it's
it's out.
probably
It
a
does not
marketing
matter.
That's the
tool.
problem. I
Yeah,
have
it's
no idea what the
marketing.
problem is.
It-
problem-
it's
there is
probably
no
just a-
This is just me and my
It's
feeling of
probably
it.
a marketing tool to get more people to watch.
Yeah, of
the
course.
movie.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't. To me,
This
that
doesn't
doesn't
seem like
It's
a problem.
people
That's all.
people
just
knowing
weird to
something.
me.
Yeah. No, because
don't
people
know.
knowing some things that universe makes them want to go. Okay, I want to keep up. You know, like
Yeah.
I want to watch this. I want to watch the Knuckles show. Like that's like the buzzword nowadays for people to be invested in an IP. So I think they're just again this. I don't see a problem with it either. Like everyone's like, it's about to come out. They probably know from all the views they're getting on all these shares and all these things and all the pre-reviews and people that are seeing that it's gonna be a good movie anyways. So and they know they're making a third one. They're making the show. I think they definitely have a vision for a few movies of what they're doing. So they're just like just want to get people hyped up that this isn't just like a small trilogy.
I am curious, like, because the topic of cinematic universe implies other franchises to me, at least when I hear that. And so
Well-
I'm thinking, okay, well, like, is this implying that we're gonna get like Crazy Taxi or
No,
Yakuza or Jet
they
Radio or
specifically-
something?
They say Sonic Cinematic Universe.
But then,
not
like,
Sega.
what exactly? Like, what's the point of even saying that then? Because obviously, like, we'll eventually get a Knuckles movie or a Shadow movie or whatever. Like, they don't even need to announce that.
Again, like I said, it's a buzzword. It's just to imply that like you'll get a bunch of things from this universe, you know.
But so to touch on what Ricky was saying though, talking about like Mario being there, like if they were going to do a Mario and Sonic thing, the Mario movie is Illumination and is not Paramount.
Like an Olympic Games, yeah.
Right. So yeah, if they were going to do Mario and Sonic, they could. But Paramount is the one producing the Sonic movie, and Illumination is the one producing the Mario movie. So it'd be
What is
between, like,
Illumination under?
They would
studios.
never do it.
Illumination's under Universal, and
Okay.
Paramount is Sony. I actually don't know what Paramount's under.
Paramount's their own thing. Yeah.
NBC. Oh no, Paramount is also NBC, isn't it? Because isn't Paramount Comcast? I don't know. There's like 3 companies that own everything. So at this point, like, I'm really not sure.
I think is it NBC? Let's see.
Yeah, I'm really not sure.
Can I say I watched the first Sonic movie the other day? That movie's really fun.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah, it was good.
it may not be
good.
like
I like
good like to some people, but that is a fun movie. I think. Oh my god,
It's
his fucking name?
Viacom, Roger.
Jim Carrey. Some moments when he's like doing Eggman's laugh, it literally sounds exactly like Eggman.
Yeah, especially in the post credit when he's like losing it
Yeah.
in that other area.
So,
It's
so
really
Viacom, just to clarify, Viacom also owns CBS, Nickelodeon, Comedy Central, all that stuff. And Illumination, like I said, is NBC Universal, which of course is like NBC and all the other properties that would be on their streaming services like Peacock and things like that.
True. Well,
Yeah.
I
I'm
would
probably
say
gonna go
with,
watch that second movie.
I think it's funny with Jim Carrey because when he's playing Eggman, he's playing Jim Carrey, but it just works with the movie. So
Yeah, it's like, well, there's moments where it is Jim Carrey. Like a lot of the scenes that he had with his assistant, I forget his name, but a lot of those scenes.
Oh,
was
Agent
like,
Stone.
Agent Stone.
Yeah,
I
Stone.
love
Yeah.
that guy.
It was literally okay. It's just Jim Carrey. Like it's just the archetype
Yeah.
of his character. But then there were some scenes where it's like he's like actually trying to portray like Robotnik pretty well. And
Yeah.
he pulls it off.
Well, I think it's like he's losing his mind gradually in that like first movie. And from the trailers that we've seen of 2, he's just like full Eggman by that point.
Yeah, for the most part, it gave me a lot of like Ace Ventura vibes.
Yeah, man. It's he does an amazing job. Everyone that saw the pre-reviews for the movie were just saying like he's like full on a big highlight of it because he's just full crazy. Basically,
And
he's
he
got,
was
like,
great in the first one too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How have the early reviews been for the second one?
Stupid.
Really?
Yeah, like one of the complaints is that they focus too much on Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and not enough on the human characters, which is like
That's the wrong complaint.
Yeah, that's the wrong complaint.
You're watching the wrong movie.
Does
brother.
that mean there's not a lot of Eggman?
no, because Eggman's gotta be. Yeah, it's weird they said that because Eggman has to be there. It's kind of the whole point of the conflict between them and who they're trying to stop. But I guess it just meant like the police officer, his wife, and their extended family.
You think by the end of the movie we're going to see Fat Eggman, or is he going to just stay regular Eggman?
I think he's gonna stay this size.
I think he's gonna stay the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the big thing they did is they had him look more normal. Like he's more Robotnik at the start.
Yeah, for
and then
sure.
At the end, he's Eggman with the mustache and the goggles. So they
Right.
keep him at that level.
When does that come out officially? April 4th?
April
April
8th.
8th.
April 8th. All right.
So next Friday.
We'll have a full review on the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because this upcoming Friday and then the next Friday, and then we would have the next show on the following Monday. So there you go. We could talk about it.
I'm very
Well, the
excited
whole
for it.
thing-
Like, my only one concern I had is some of the trailers. I mean, it was a trailer, so not trailer, like commercials they did, and they put Sonic and Tails in them. Their like CGI budget for those commercials were low, so they were like very stuttery when they moved. But then like the thing I linked earlier that has them like doing a fake interview of the two is like, very smooth. So that made me feel better about that.
Yeah.
Here's a question that can kind of segue into another topic.
Let's hear it.
Do you think they'll make a One Piece cinematic universe?
Okay. I like what you did there. I do, because we had a One Piece Direct this morning. Lots of information regarding Film Red. Well, not lots. I mean, we saw the character design for Film Red. We saw the TCG game, but there was also the announcement during this One Piece Direct of a new One Piece game, an RPG called One Piece Odyssey. As the resident One Piece fan of the podcast, I will say, as somebody who enjoyed World Seeker, I am disappointed in what I've seen so far of Odyssey, despite the fact that it just looks a lot more like World Seeker, because it's clear they're reusing animations. It's clear they're reusing models, and it's not a surprise considering the fact the developer for this new One Piece game is Ilka, the company behind Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I mean, the other thing that kind of bothers me, and I guess I don't want to go too much into spoiler territory, but we just had a pretty
You've done that
cool.
already.
I guess that's true, and I was already found guilty, and I already have to serve my time by promoting the jacket. So you're correct. I will say that
jacket
on JapanTime.shop. Thank you very much. And we've already sold 4 more since I've said that, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, keep up the good work.
Thank you very much. Thank you. But no, what I will say is we just got a pretty cool power-up for Luffy in the manga, and it's a shame that it's clear based on this trailer that we're not going to get that power-up in this game, and we may not even get the other character who has recently joined the crew in this game either, because they're not present in the trailer. Well, I mean, I'm not saying who it is, but there's been a character relatively. You know who this character is, Shofu. This is not a spoiler thing.
That's
This
spoiler.
How is that not a fucking spoiler, bro?
Wait, but I'm not. Okay. Fair enough. Whatever. There's a character. Fair enough.
How is
There's a character.
gaining another
I am
member, not a
blocking
fucking
Roger.
spoiler, bro? You're
I'm
nuts.
blocking Roger on every avenue of social media
No,
until I
back up over
fucking
there,
catch
Fidel.
up to One Piece.
Oh, is that a spoiler?
Lock him up, bro.
Wait, did you just spoil something too, Fidel?
No, I just said
No, don't say
all I
anything.
said was there's a Super
No.
Saiyan.
Oh
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, no. Okay, so anyway, but there's a certain character missing from the trailer in One Piece Odyssey, and I think that's a bit of a bummer as well. And so I think between the reused animations, between the reused character models, between the lack of certain things that aren't going to be in there because it's been in development for so long, but it looks like they just basically reskinned One Piece World Seeker, I am not feeling great about this. But we'll see. I mean, does anyone else feel differently? I mean, I could change my mind when the game eventually comes out.
I was just highly unimpressed by that trailer. It
Yeah.
didn't make me want to buy the game or even play it at all. Like, I didn't care.
Anime games from like any franchise usually don't excite me because I always feel, and this may just be anecdotal, I always feel like they play somewhat similarly. So seeing that
that's their main problem.
So seeing that, and even with like the big ticket ones, like for One Piece, like for the big 3 games, the Dragon Ball game, like they all feel like they play somewhat similarly. So
I think ever since Dragon Ball Z Kakarot came out, that's the staple for anime.
Yeah, I love how.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Kakarot does it.
That game did well, right?
Yeah,
it did all
I
right.
believe so.
It's
It had a lot
Dragon
of
Ball. It
DLC.
had to, yeah.
It had a lot of DLC. Like it just wrapped up on DLC.
So that's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Even though that we're not getting
is gonna
the new stuff like in 1044 and
Right.
a little bit earlier, do you think that that's potential for them to set up some sort of DLC? Or do you think because it's Ilka that we're not going to get DLC like that?
No, I think that is what's going to end up happening. I think like a year from now we'll get DLC for it because they did announce
with
the game
World
coming
Seeker
out.
we got like that Zoro DLC.
The
right?
law
Or am I
DLC is
tripping?
actually very good of World Seeker, yeah. So I would be down for DLC, but I mean, the more that's actually in the base game, I think the happier I'll be. I do like the idea it's an RPG. Like we haven't actually seen anything beyond a couple animations of some of the attacks, but like if it ends up being a turn-based Dragon Quest-y RPG, I think that could be really cool. And they've already said that the person doing the music for the Tales of games is doing the soundtrack for this one as well. So
Matoi Sakuraba's on
Yep.
that shit?
Yep.
Let's
Yep.
go. I found out recently that he also, I didn't even know this. I'm a fake fan. He also did Golden Sun and Valkyrie Profile. And
Dark
look at
Souls.
that.
Wow.
Yeah, and Dark Souls, yeah.
So
That
yeah, the
man
Golden
has,
Sun composer is
resume.
doing the music. Yeah.
I was
Why,
gonna say,
why do they spend that much on a composer when Ilka's the main developer? Like,
Well, I think it's because that composer has worked with Namco so much in the past. Like Bandai Namco does obviously the Tales of games, and that's one of his big projects. So
They
I think they
also
probably figured it was an
publish,
easy get.
They publish the From Software games too, so him
Right,
is just,
right.
he's literally just in the back pocket.
Yeah, he's the Namco guy. Yeah.
I was gonna say, since
that
didn't they
must
announce? Didn't they announce that the game's gonna have like an original story? So DLC could like definitely include more characters that aren't already.
Yeah, the game has an original story. The trailer actually, there's a couple cool things in it. Like you see a shipwrecked Thousand Sunny for part of it. You see the Gorosei in one scene, which is kind of cool. Wait, no, but these aren't actual canon things. This is just like in the trailer for the game. I'm clarifying because you never know what chat.
Who's that guy you were saying was missing? Because I saw your
I'm not doing
reaction
that.
to
I'm
it.
not doing that. I'm not doing that.
You're
Come on.
trying
Now
to
you're
get
setting me up.
murdered
You're setting me
live.
up because you're
Ask
enjoying.
after the
No.
podcast.
What is literally
I'll
what is
tell
the
you.
character? Just
I'll tell
type
you.
it
I'll
so
tell
I
you
can
later.
Google it.
Oh yeah, I'll
Yo,
type
Roger,
it. Okay.
can you hold this target up right in front of your chest for me real quick? Thanks, man.
I wasn't even trying to do a god. I was genuinely curious.
I'd like to add a count of being a fucking idiot to Fidel's charges, please.
Oh my god, hold on. I typed the spoiler thing wrong. Wait, don't look at the chat. Wait, don't look at the chat.
Objection.
Oh my god.
Roger.
Wait, how do I do this? Oh my god.
Make
Wait,
it
can I
3
delete
counts.
this?
Wait, this guy's part of the main cast.
3 counts it is. 3 counts it is.
Thank you.
Roger.
How did I typed the spoiler thing wrong in Discord?
Wait, what is even
Wait,
the
Zep,
god
how do
of
I
you
do
can
it?
with
What was that?
How do I do that? Thank you, Viram. Thank you. I can't believe it.
But I was gonna say, this could also take the direction of something like Xenoverse 2 for Dragon Ball, where the game comes out and it's just out for the longest time, and they just continue to add stuff to it.
Xenoverse had a lot of
Doesn't
Xenoverse is a
Xenoverse have like
going.
a super active multiplayer scene?
Universe is
Yeah.
an MMO effectively. I don't think that works for this.
It is
It's a turn-based
still
RPG.
going.
Right, but I'm just talking specifically about like the content after release thing, not like the style of game, not what the
Yeah, but-
like market of the game is being released to, not what
be
type
fair,
of longevity.
Most games are doing that nowadays, where like they aim to make a lot more content after a game's initial release.
It is games as a service. That is the word that they are.
People were complaining about Elden Ring after they beat the game, and how there's no DLC yet and shit. It's like, hello.
If people are, the problem is people are too used to games nowadays. They drop and like you're not paying up front for a full thing. Like all games of a service or platform games, you get a game and then all the stuff gets added to it. That now when a big single player game comes out and you finish it and that's it, people are now like, well, where's the rest of it? It's like, no. It's like
Very,
the
very
change in the market
unfortunate.
now.
Like same with GTA 5. Shout out to almost 10 years of GTA 5.
That's right.
And they just announced GTA Plus, like their online
Exactly.
paid service. So
They are wild over there.
How is that game still relevant? Not
Because
that I got anything
GTA Online makes
against
a
GTA.
lot
'Cause it
of
has
people. A lot of
really
people
good
play
multiplayer.
GTA Online.
There's also a huge. I mean, you've been gone, Ricky, but like, there's been a huge uptick in role playing in GTA as well. That has like a lot of servers and a lot of like streamers that are super into it, and different creators and stuff too that upload like YouTube videos and things where they just spend their whole time role playing in GTA. So,
Although, speaking of video game DLC and long-term DLC, of course, the first wave of the Mario Kart Booster Course DLC.
beautiful segue, Vera.
okay.
Beautiful. I love this. You guys are on it today. This is fantastic. Yes, the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass has officially been released. The first 8 courses of what I think are going to be they said 64? We have a lot. They're going to be on the way.
Doubling the game.
48.
Me, Mike, and Tito in Paris right now, bro.
Bro,
Who's in Paris?
Me, Mike, and Tito.
No, that's what I thought. I heard the same thing, so I'm glad I wasn't alone.
Just know that they're everywhere.
Yeah. But
in Paris?
Yoshi's
Okay.
everywhere. What'd you think?
We've got a bunch of new levels though in this. We have the Paris level. We've got the the Tokyo level as well. We got Ninja Hideaway, which is coming back from tour, but like was sort of redone, which is awesome.
Yeah, Paris Promenade, Choco Mountain.
Yep.
Skyguard,
Tokyo Blur.
The thing that I'm actually most surprised by pleasantly is how well the mobile tracks transferred to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's actually really fun. They're really weird because they're so clearly built different. Like they're so clearly designed in a much different way. But it actually works very well, and it's actually really like the one. It's one of the Japan ones. I forget which one it is, but it's
Tokyo.
The Tokyo. Yeah. Tokyo
Me
tour.
and Mike were talking about that last night about how all of these tracks that are being added probably won't have any of the anti-gravity stuff, which I think is cool because that means half the game will be like Mario Kart 8 and have the gimmick, and then half the game will be like classic Mario Kart and have just flat courses for the most part.
Which is good when it's random and you're playing online, right? Because then you could end up getting a classic course or an anti-gravity for sure.
Yeah, we're getting fucked up by some Japanese players.
It does
right
feel
now.
fresh.
Because I could because there's definitely a world where like, go.
There you go.
Now I was gonna say like, there's definitely a world where like this game like it's 48 tracks is gonna be. There's a world where this could have been like a $40 full price thing that they just released as in just here's remasters of old courses gonna be old school style. So it almost is like we're getting this mini game being made within it where there is no anti-gravity and the tracks are definitely built a little simpler with some different types of mechanics. It does the thing that I like from Sonic All-Stars Transformed where like the some of the tour maps do this where each lap it changes. So like lap 2, a different path will open. Lap 3, you're technically doing like the Paris map backwards. Well, backwards. And like to me, that's the cool part. To me, like the tour tracks are effectively the new content, just because for the most of us will not have played tour.
Do you think it's a little bit of a shame that like visually, the tracks definitely feel like up-res mobile game tracks rather than
some of them really aren't.
It depends.
I was going to say
track.
They look really good.
Paris one I think look great. I have no questions with the Paris one.
All the flat textures are literally just one color, which is why some tracks look off-putting instead of being textured grass.
It's not even that they look bad. It's just that Mario Kart 8 as a whole is a really gorgeous game.
Yeah.
And so next to the original tracks, I feel like the difference is noticeable. But at the same time, there's a ton of courses coming. It's not that expensive for the amount of content that you're receiving, so it's not a big deal. It's just an observation, really.
Plus, what's called? I think like a big thing is also just that the up-resing of them is really good. And I'd say like the one I think that really disappointed me, and a lot of people will say it is it's Sky Garden, I think, which was like on the GBA, and that was such like a cool stage. And it's way too short. They removed like a part of it. And I don't know, like that one, that's the only one that felt really butchered. I don't mind the other ones having the tour style because like even though they are blocky colors, it feels like a style. Whereas this Sky area just felt like it's like just a really short, weird course. Like there's one little turn you could do underneath one of the branch things that's going up. But aside from that, I don't know. It's just more. It's more tour. I mean, it's more Mario Kart content in a game that like it's either we didn't get this at all. It would just wait till 9, or we have this until they make 9. So,
I do hope though. Oh, go ahead. No, you first.
I was gonna say I might be in the minority, and it's totally fine. But a lot of people were. I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but I did see a good amount of people online saying, the whole thing of like, well, we're not getting a new game and blah 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 blah, and all this other shit when the DLC was announced. And the argument was, well, you're going to get new tracks, and that's essentially a new game. It is not. I still want a new Mario. It is. I'm doing the same thing, and my issue, it's not satiating that thing that I need for a new Mario Party, if that makes sense, or Mario Kart, if that makes sense. Where it still feels like I'm playing Mario Kart 8, and I've been playing Mario Kart 8 for 85 years. So even though the tracks are really nice and they're really cool, and some of them are actually really pretty and they're fun, that's cool. Both of these things can be true. I'm still tired of playing Mario Kart 8 in a lot of ways because just the way the driving is, the systems itself, I'm just very. I don't want to say bored. That's not because I'm not bored.
You just want something new. That's
now.
what it is.
Yeah, I've been playing Mario Kart 8 for 85 years, so it's like I'm okay. It did not be like, oh well, the new tracks will make it feel like a new game. That's cap. It does not.
Oh god,
I would have liked.
Depends on the person. I think it makes it feel like a new game.
How's it a new game if you're doing the same shit on different tracks?
That's just Mario Kart.
But the mechanics are exactly the same. It's not like it's not like you're doing different shit. You're on a different track. But it's
And
still the
you just
same
brought up
mechanics.
something. You brought up what I was going to ask, right? Which is that if the mechanics were different, like Tito, I know you don't expect like another mainline Mario Kart on the Switch, but if there was one, I think like Double Dash would have to be what they would have to do, right? They would have to do something that really does change up the mechanics, is a companion piece to Deluxe instead of like a replacement. Or I think if they end up doing another Mario Kart, like the next mainline Mario Kart, they're probably working on it in the background right now, in addition to doing these courses, and that it'll probably end up launching with whatever Switch's successor ends up being. Not like a Switch Pro or whatever, but the actual successor to Switch in like 4 or 5 years will probably launch with a Mario Kart now.
Yeah, getting Mario Kart on launch for the Switch was a huge deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was.
Mario Kart and Zelda, I mean, obviously really helped. So
I can see
for me,
it's
it's like, for me, Zeph, like, and you're definitely right. I mean, for some people, it definitely feels very new, and that's fine. But there are certain parts about Mario Kart 8 that I never really liked that kind of a lot of people really did like, up to a point where it's like, for example, I shouldn't get punished for picking the character I want to play because they're fat or they're skinny or they're a baby. Like, it shouldn't have to, because it does matter. Though the size of your character, whether you're picking for me, the customization is a little bit too much for a Mario Kart game specifically.
Yeah.
So that's like, for me, it's a big thing. Like the gliders having stats is the dumbest shit, and I hate it.
I'm tired of Waluigi's on the Wiggler rider.
I've always thought Mario Kart shouldn't have min-maxing, and it should just
Yes. Correct.
I mean, Mario Kart's always had like a best character even before the customization.
Oh, for sure. Mario Kart 64, everyone was playing Yoshi, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But I think the
Peach and Yoshi.
customization to this degree, even though it's a little bit more transparent, which I do appreciate, I'm tired of like being like, yeah, man, like every Mario Kart, because for example, right? I bring up Double Dash all the time because in my opinion, it's the best kart racer ever made ever. That's just me though. So like, I bring it up all the time because the thing I love about that game is that for the most part, I'm not gonna say the only thing, but a big part of it is like the characters you pick are gonna determine the signature item that you pick. And then obviously there's the size that matters with your speed. But other than that, and like obviously the kart, like you're all basically playing the same versions of the same things, which I don't mind because I just happen to play characters that are good in that perspective.
Honestly, I would love a Double Dash with the bike mechanics from Wii.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be great. Yeah,
I'd be cool with it if it didn't have such polarizing specials. Because
that's
locking triple mushrooms and triple red and green shells behind.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's insane.
The Crash Team Racing remake ended up having.
That's a really good game.
Yeah, that's a good game.
In an update, a lot of people were upset because it had this min-maxing problem, or like there was only like a few characters that had the best stats.
Yeah.
And so in an update they separated stats from character and kart customization. So you can pick whoever you want and you can have them play however you want.
Yeah, I think there comes a point where customization to this degree isn't needed in every game. And in a lot of games I feel like it is a detriment.
Would that mean like you can make Bowser lightweight?
No, I think the carts would still matter.
No, I mean
in CTR, it has
CTR.
It has like engine classes, and each character was a specific engine class. Light? I don't know if is there like weight in CTR.
No, there's not actual true weight. It has to do with acceleration and top speed.
Yeah, it's like turning, drifting, and all that.
Yeah, and characters are locked. So like Tiny the Tiger has a specific engine, and he has the same engine as like Dingo Dial or some shit like that. But like Cortex and Crash have the same engine. Because they're balanced. They have like mid acceleration, like mid top speed, and like mid turning type beat.
And you can change it now if you want. It's great. And the game's dead.
Yeah.
I would have.
It's great.
We're over here complaining about
does anyone know
DLC tracks. I would have liked some DLC tracks.
Does anyone know off the top how many tracks are gonna be missing from this game? Like, would it be possible to get a Mario Kart 8 Ultimate? Where it's literally every track
there's gonna be
I would rather a new game at that
That's
point.
what I was gonna ask, because remember last night I asked how many Mario Kart tracks are like all like how many
I think it's like 80 something that are gonna be in the game.
I thought it was like 150-ish or something. I feel like that's wrong though.
It is what I think the big thing when thinking about other stages that won't be here is there's probably a lot of variations of stages, like the sort of plain ones from the original Super Nintendo or even like the N64 one that you've seen other versions of that I think will just probably not be remade, right? Like I think there's enough cool, interesting courses where they can go, even just with Tour alone. I mean, they've got like the New York course, there's the London course, the Vancouver one, there's LA,
talk about the
Marymount, Berlin, like Sydney.
Data mine.
I really don't want to play.
The chat says there's going to be 48 tracks missing
After the DLC.
After the DLC, which is the perfect amount for another pack.
Oh, that's true. They could do a second pack if they really wanted to.
I'm not trying to play Luigi Circuit from the DS on this game. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I'd be cool with it if they, because some like bland tracks they like remake, sort of.
Do we want to mention the data mine ones?
What are the data mine ones?
Oh yeah, there are data mine ones and other shit.
Let's see. So we have Sydney Sprint from Tour,
right?
LA
That's
Lab,
a good one.
New York Minute, Koopa Cape, Maple Treeway, Mario Circuit SNES, Vanilla Lake SNES, and Rainbow Road 3DS. I think that's gonna be the next 2 cups. And then there was another data mine that like found like a background image, and it was Waluigi Pinball, Waluigi Stadium, and Sunset Wilds, and then there's an ice cream themed course that no one's like able to identify.
Probably gonna come.
And that's my hope. I hope they end up doing new ones because the tour. I think the tour courses. No, but the tour courses. I know all the tour courses. I've played tour.
But they're gonna play.
They're gonna add it to.
Oh, they're gonna add it to tour, and I understand. Yeah, because they have to update that game, of course.
They still have stuff in it.
Do they have to?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it makes money, right?
Gotta find
they said every track is
Mario Kart Tour.
So.
Also, I've been playing Mario Kart Tour again after not playing it since launch, and it got much better. It's not as trash. The driving still like I wish I could just use a controller, but
yeah,
it's definitely passable.
Hearing Maple Treeway is coming back makes me very happy, though. Did you say Daisy Cruiser?
No, not yet. I said the Waluigi Stadium. Yeah, no, there's no Daisy Cruiser yet.
If we could do, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, because we were on the topic of mobile games, and I know this is something we're not going to be talking about for too long, but I do want to throw this in there while we are talking about Mario Kart Tour, is Nintendo is actually shutting down another one of their mobile games. I wanted to bring this up while McDermott is here, too.
This was my poor attempt at a segue, but yes, Dragalia lost his ending.
Right. So they have
You're toxic for this.
Oh, no, that's classic.
Playing the Piranha Plant music.
I can give you a remix of that. You want it?
Let's hear it.
Okay. Well, anyway, keep going with what you're doing.
Yes.
Oh, Drama's remix?
Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
Dragalia had an amazing soundtrack, though, and it is a shame that this game is finally ending, but I also kind of like that they're ending on their own terms.
Yeah,
they're actually going to finish the story.
Kind of okay, because like I've been sad about it, because like part of the time for me is every time they answer the Dragalia event, because I just love stories in games, so I love the story of Dragalia. So every time like they get an update, and I'm like super excited for how it's going to affect the future story. But like they announced a new raid for the anniversary, but the raid feels like an end. So I watched that trailer first, and then they showed the trailer for the next story chapter, and it actually shows off stuff that like they've hinted at, but they've never fully explained. And they're just going to go off and explain it. They're actually going to show a character. And I mean, okay, people here don't care about Dragalia's story, but like part of the story was, I won't go too much into it, but the main character, there is a universe where there's another version of that main character, and he was possessed by the main villain.
Right.
And a bunch of stuff happened. That was the first anniversary event. So they're actually going to show, basically, but they're actually going to show us that version of the character, it seems like, in the last few story chapters. So like, that made me really excited, because like that was one of the threads. There was like little hidden things they put in the main story that never explained, but they showed those. So like, yeah,
they add all these characters for free because
no. So the way
suspicious to
the way it works is they just released. Oh, am I gonna say his name wrong? Okay, one of the main story characters who is also tied to the main character, and I won't go into that one. But they just released him. He's finally playable. They released the primal version of Brunhilde. They also released her raid fight in Nedrick. And now they're releasing 2 final characters. We basically know who they are from the trailer, but it's a fully powered version of the main character and a fully powered version of his sister, are the last 2 characters. And they come out the 31st, and they're not putting any new characters in the game since past that.
But the story ends later this year, right?
July.
Yeah, so it's just that they're adding these 2 new characters now, and that eventually, you'll play with them over the course of the next however many months. And I feel like the servers will probably stay up for maybe like 6 months after the game ends, but after that, I think they'll probably shut it down.
After July, they announced there's no further updates.
Right. But I also will say it is pretty impressive considering the fact that this game did not have that much of a push and still made Nintendo a bunch of money. Just how long it's been going on as a new IP. And the soundtrack is phenomenal. If you have not listened to the music, the soundtrack is so good.
What's crazy to me and why it came out of left field, because like every time they announce an event, so because they always just put it on the Twitter, every event has a new custom song where they go out and get an artist to make a song for Dragalia, and they kept doing that. They first did all Dako songs, but since then they've always been getting like Japanese bands to go out and make custom songs for the game, and they're still doing that. Like every story chapter is new stuff, and it's just like to me, it didn't feel like it was ending. It felt like, yeah, okay, I guess it makes sense. They put out some of the most notable dragons in the game. You can now get them and have them as part of your party. So I guess that should have been a red flag that all these super important characters to the story are now you can get them. I guess I should have seen that part, but it's like, I don't know. It's just weird that all this stuff, it feels like the game is still going. Yeah. And now it's just not. It's like after July, it's done.
On that topic, though, I feel like that, again, is a good thing for the future of the IP, right? Because Nintendo, correct me if I'm wrong, owns Dragalia. Right, that they could do like a console Dragalia game that continues on with this franchise and make a full-on RPG. Yeah,
is to set up Dragalia, Cygames came to Nintendo, I guess pitched the idea, and then part of the deal is Nintendo got like 10% share in Cygames.
Oh,
to make Dragalia.
So it's like a Bayonetta kind of situation.
I suppose.
Yeah,
that's why there's a lot of Grand Blue characters in Dragalia as well.
Well,
there's a lot of. I mean, we had Mega Man, Monster Hunter, Persona.
Well, no, I mean like specific, like not talking about crossovers. Cygames makes Grand Blue, so them using their IP characters and putting them into this IP is.
I have to stop you real fast because they're technically in there not from Grand Blue, they're from Rage of Bahamut.
Right, but even still,
yes, they also
if we're going to do the well actually thing,
I'm only saying that because they literally have been making and naming events around Rage of Bahamut stuff. They've never once done anything close to Grand Blue. That's why I'm saying that. There's also characters who are in it who are not in Grand Blue but who are in Rage of Bahamut. It's not supposed to be a well actually. It's just because like trust me, I wanted a Grand Blue crossover. I was waiting for that, and it's just not going to happen.
Well, it is what it is. I mean, I'm sad that Dragalia is ending, but also I think it's good that it's ending on its own terms. And hopefully it's not the end of the franchise and we get something else from it in the future. Sorry again that we interrupted the Mario Kart thing. Was there anything else you guys wanted to say on that topic?
Nope.
Mike's a fucking bastard for hitting me and making me lose 6 places before the fucking race ended.
Yeah.
The only disappointment is no new characters.
Right. I agree with that. I wish we would have gotten some new characters.
And I know the reason
I would even take like rebalancing because I'm tired of seeing the same characters.
Yeah. Yes, I am. I also want a mode where I can turn off all the stats.
I think there's. Yeah, I don't know. I can if someone could correct me on this, but I believe they slightly changed item spawns.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah. That gives me hopes that they could change the character stats a bit.
I'm curious, like, who are the best "quote unquote" characters in the game? I know Waluigi's one everyone plays.
Waluigi because he's skinny and he doesn't take up a lot of the screen and he goes. I think is he the fastest or what's the deal? Mike, you probably know more than me.
I think the heavies have the best top speed.
Yes.
Yeah. That's good for time trial, and then like for online, you want some acceleration, so you don't want just top speed. So you pick stuff like Waluigi, I think.
Yeah. Well, these Japanese players who are smoking our boots are all playing Waluigi, so they play correct.
On time trial, sometimes featherweights are better on certain tracks that have like a lot of turns.
Are those the babies?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nerds who do time trials. Anyway.
That can be fun sometimes.
Yeah. No, run the cops and robbers.
What's cops and robbers? Like, is that the battle mode?
Renegade
Look, man, I'm the only one. I'm the only one who know who likes battles, bro, on Mario Karts. That's my
battle
shit.
mode.
Battle mode's crazy on Mario Kart. People will be sleeping on battle modes, bro.
We ain't getting any new battle mode tracks.
I don't think we're going to either. I think that's kind of.
People be sleeping on battle mode. Battle mode
We
crazy.
even have Block Fort from 64.
Well,
No,
they do on
SNES
NSO.
one.
They have it on Mario Kart 64 on Nintendo Switch Online. You could play Block Fort.
Are you
That's true.
advertising right now?
No, I'm not advertising, but I do think it'd be interesting to pick up NSO because right now they just added F-Zero X to NSO for this
What's going
month.
on
We
right
have
now?
a
Game is good.
multiplayer F-Zero X. Yeah, it is really good. That's why I wanted to bring it up. I wanted to see if anyone was playing it.
I was surprised that like it controls basically the same as GX. Not like the same, but it's kind of crazy how close it is.
Yeah,
on
I
the
think that's
N64.
the big thing. People don't really realize until they go back and play X that, yeah, GX was pretty much completely based off of X and feels so much different from any of the other F-Zero games. And yeah, it plays really smoothly. It's a lot of fun. I played a little bit online. I had a good time with it. But I don't know. The only thing is it sucks that you can't play with anyone but your friends on NSO because I think that game would really benefit because of how many racers there are for just like playing randomly and matchmaking online
It'd be
with
cool
people.
If NSO had random matchmaking for like co-op or
It'd be
versus.
cool if half of Nintendo's game had like better online services.
Yeah, we caught someone playing with the voice chat the other day.
That shit was so funny,
What?
man. We were playing
It
Mario
went
Kart
on-
at like 3 in the morning, and
Yeah.
I was trying to get in a match, and Mike was like, "Okay, let's play. I'll join your match." So my lobby was full. Mike was waiting to join in, so he's spectating. On my screen, I see like a bunch of random letters put together, and it says so and so has joined the voice channel. I was like, "What the fuck?" Mike saw it too. So Mike decides to open up his Nintendo Switch voice application on his phone and joins voice chat with this guy. And apparently it was just some dude at a security job playing Mario Kart and just like not doing his job.
It's kind of
Did
amazing.
you
though.
smoke him?
No, he left. He didn't even
Oh.
play.
Dang, that's
He
stinks.
was just chilling
ducking.
in the
He's
lobby.
ducking. He's ducking. He's ducking. Or Trevor pulled up and was like, "Hey, it's time
Mike-
for your review."
Mike
Like,
was like talking about his retirement with him or some shit. And
What?
then he dipped. I forget what Mike was talking about.
It's actually funny.
and then Trevor pulled up.
Who? From GTA?
I don't know. I just made up a fictional name for his manager, man. I don't know.
Oh.
Just Trevor sounds like a manager's name. Like,
Anyways, yo,
Kirby
fix
time.
Mario Kart.
The online?
Nintendo, a lot of Nintendo's online shit needs to be fixed. Like I was talking
Mario
about it
Kart would
today
really
while I was-
benefit from the invite system being added to
Yes,
it. I don't know,
please,
like
bro.
there's so many games
Yeah.
that have it and don't use it.
They
and
need
Mario
to just
Kart would-
remove friend codes in general.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yes.
Get that shit out of here.
Shofu,
So-
do you remember when the Switch, I think, was coming out? They made us pre-registered usernames. And
Yes.
then
Oh, that's right. They did.
they just never ever let us use them.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
It's so weird that like the Wii U essentially got rid of friend codes and then they brought them back
Yeah.
for this game. For,
Yeah, I
for
don't
the
get it.
Switch.
That shit
I
is
They
don't
looked
whack.
at the Wii U and said,
Mind-
"Yeah, that was what the problem was. Was the,
thing is,
lack
like,
of
I
friend
don't-
codes."
I
You
don't
know-
even
you-
mind friend codes. I just like invite feature
I
being
do.
like the standard.
Anything.
That shit is lame as fuck. Every other
It
fucking
is lame.
ain't any other console. I just enter a name and that's you, and then I add you. I gotta add
You don't
this
have to
tw-
look back 62 times. to
12
make sure the
digits,
number's
bro.
right.
God damn.
Not only that, once you invite your friend, well, like once you make your friends through these shitty friend codes, you can't even invite your friends half the time through the fucking friend
That's what I'm
system.
saying,
on the
That's what I'm
Switch.
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, that's
There's not
I
even a
wouldn't-
messaging. Didn't the Wii have a messaging system?
That was
had
like
it,
the
Wii U had
video
it.
chat thing. Yeah.
No. Didn't it have like
No, you
mail?
can literally send mail to your friends on the Wii.
Oh,
I
right on the
remember.
Wii, the original
I
Wii.
control-
Right,
I
right, right.
control
Oh
them
yeah,
with
the little
mail.
letters.
Wii Message was cool. They had the Everybody
archaic,
Votes
bro.
channel.
They're so
I
far in the
can't
past
get
on
on the
that
browser
on
or
that,
internet, nothing.
regard. That shit is whack as hell, bro.
it's actually tragic.
I'm also like kind of agitated with how some of these games coming out still don't have online multiplayer. Like for Kirby, I like.
Yes, I was
we'll
just
get to that
Kirby's
soon.
that's
That's
Like
good.
we'll get to that
Good point.
eventually, but like
yeah.
I was like looking at it and it's like 20 minutes in the game they show like, oh yeah, here's a 2-player mode. I'm like, oh sick, we can play online. Nope, it's only local. Like, come on,
Dude, no,
bro.
that's a judging. No, I just
Bro.
hate the inconsistent. Like one game will have like full
Exactly.
online
Yeah.
co-op, one
Yeah.
game adds it 2 years later. One game like you just bro, you know everyone's home
Or
in their own
they
homes
on release they do local multiplayer and then they do a patch like 8 months later when everyone's done with the game, going, oh yeah, you guys can play online with your friends now.
Which
I want to be Bandanity so fucking
how is that
bad,
not? How is
bro.
that not default in every game? If it's that type of game, like, if it has multiplayer, you should be able to go online. It's 2022, bro.
It's wild to me to think that there was a point in which Super Mario Party did not have online play.
It did. It did. No, it did. It was the worst online. It was the worst online mode I've ever fucking seen.
Got it later, did you?
No, remember?
There was no maps. It was the same 10 mini games for the entirety of the game's existence until they allowed you to actually go online and play maps. They had the same state. They had the same mini games on there for 2 years, bro. It was insane.
I was over there flipping meat cubes, getting angry.
While we're on the topic of different weird Switch settings, we should also bring this up. No, not meat cubes. No, but on the we were talking about things that were missing from the Switch and things that got added back in. Since the last show, they have actually added groups, which are kind of like folders, to the Switch. Has anybody actually organized everything using their groups yet? Or?
Fuck no.
The problem is, why can't you just do it from the home screen? Why do I have to go on the all games and then tap groups?
Yes.
And then tap
yes.
Then I didn't even know how you did it.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Let me go on my main menu and tap my folders. That's the worst part about it.
That's absolutely horrid.
I don't understand how they even get away
you can't have the groups as your icon on the home menu either. Like that'd be nice. Yeah, if you had it like a folder where you clicked a little square on your main home and you could just click to whatever else you want, that'd be awesome. Like multiplayer games, and then boom, it's like Animal Crossing, Mario Kart, whatever.
I just don't understand how like the 3DS had folders that made sense, but they
3DS had themes.
Were so, like I just 3DS's UI was
the 3DS
so
was
good.
clean. Do you guys remember buttons?
Yeah, it was so.
The buttons were awesome.
So condensed. It was so minimal and effective. It was so good.
The Switch does not have a UI.
You could zoom out.
Yep. Yeah, you could zoom in and zoom out. The badge arcade.
I don't get it, man.
The
I don't know.
Switch does not have a UI team. I refuse to believe they have a UI or UX team. They just don't. They absolutely just don't.
Like you guys were talking about how you couldn't add, or they had the Wii U and you could add friends or whatever, but that they put friend codes back in for Switch. The other thing is too that like I'm shocked that we never got Street Pass for Switch, and like it's probably too late at this point, but that would have been awesome very early on, like right pre-pandemic, where everybody was going out and everything was great and everybody had their Switches in their backpacks. Where very, very, very early on, you could have just passed by your friends and added them via the Street Pass, and so the fact that they don't have that is ridiculous.
The one thing
they don't have fucking themes. What you talking about?
Themes
too. Themes were awesome.
I would rather them pick their
colors.
online shit before I get themes, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Bro, one of these. Why not both? It can, why can't why can't
they could definitely be both.
Themes are like the lowest of my priority at this point.
But at this point, it's also weird because like they have
was the icons.
Right, I was just gonna bring that up because you have those like weird custom icons, but the icon thing is weird because I saw there were Animal Crossing ones and Mario ones, so I was getting like the Mario ones, and so I got the frog with the mustache, right?
Yeah.
But I wanted the Animal Crossing background, and you can't do that. You have to have only Mario things or the Animal Crossing background. You can't mix and match. You have to be the same franchise, which is so weird. It's like, why would you? It's not like it's an extra thing. It's all part of the same service. Why can't I have an Animal Crossing background or like my favorite Animal Crossing villager with the Mario wrap around it?
There's a one-word answer to this question, and it's just called incompetence, bro. What the fuck are they doing?
It doesn't make any sense.
Are they not in the mix? Do they not go home and hop on their Switch and have the exact same problems as us, or they just not care? What the fuck is going on, bro? They only do Nintendo shit in the office, and they go home and they go back to the what's going on, bro? Like, what's happening right now?
It has to be that. I refuse to believe someone.
This shit is crazy. Are they doing this on purpose? There's only two possibilities, bro.
I think they're doing it on purpose.
Either they're doing it on purpose. No, there's three possibilities. Either they don't give a fuck, they're doing it on purpose, or they simply can't do the things that we're talking about right now. And I can't believe that.
There's
no. There's also a fourth option.
What's the fourth option?
There's also a fourth option. The fourth option is that they think they're right.
Mike, let me get first. Mike, let me get first, you bastard.
That's the fourth option. That they think that nothing.
No, there's a fifth option. Okay, but see, what if there's a perfectly logical explanation for all of this? I don't know what the fuck it is, but what if there is?
Interview. Give me an interview, bro, where you explain this. Bro, they added, people wanted folders for years. they add it 5 years later, and it essentially doesn't matter because it is still on a whole other screen where you have to go see all your games anyway.
Bro, Fidel. Why the fuck am I still staring at a bright white background for my Switch or a dark black one when Lil Timmy and his fucking room made themes for the fucking Switch 3 years ago, 4 years ago, bro? I can hack my Switch and swap the theme on it, but the niggas at Nintendo can't give me nothing, bro? What's going on?
They have the audacity to have a settings screen that says themes. It says themes.
Literally just white and black. There's nothing else. Yeah.
It's not even called white and black. It's basic white and basic black. Yeah. Like it was implied to have.
How can the Switch not get basic colors? Meanwhile, like Xbox and PlayStation have like dynamic themes and shit like that.
Right.
I am very happy that there's a theme named after me. That makes me
at least let me change the basic color. At least. You don't gotta give me no fucking crazy ass details.
There's some clean themes on PS4 and 5, like the PS2 theme. If Nintendo like cashed in and made like a GameCube theme or some shit.
Themes that would like change the sound effects as you're moving around the menus would be great.
Bro, anything at this point, god damn. They put out a whole new version of the console and no type of update with it. Like, what the fuck is happening, bro?
It's insane.
Mike,
it's
we got the same
crazy.
guy.
They do this. I don't know, bro. I'm convinced they do it on purpose to be psychotic.
Also, someone in chat said eShop needs music. No, the eShop needs to run at 60 FPS.
Yeah,
first.
that for sure.
Bro, the eShop is the worst.
Right.
The eShop needs to not crash on me while I'm scrolling through games.
Why is it lagging while I'm trying to pay?
I just think that like it's incredible in general because I'm not gonna say they're exactly the same, but like the PlayStation UI has only gotten worse over time.
Right.
So like it's so I don't know if it's a cultural thing. Like it is like I'm going to say something that I don't know if it's right. But I feel like it should be easier to make a good UI than it is to make a good game. I feel like that's correct. That sounds correct when I say it out loud.
Nah, that's not true.
For your console.
Nah.
For your console, it sounds correct when I say it out loud.
Maybe, but we're right here playing all their good games while complaining about their UI. So
no, what I'm saying is that's why I think
Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey and
I don't think. No, what I'm saying is I don't think they think that they don't prioritize UI. I think they don't think it's an issue.
It's just that something. I can
tell you one thing.
Something happened between the 3DS and Wii U and Switch where
I can tell you what it was probably.
They just went all simplistic instead of having any sort of.
It was.
I don't know how to describe it.
It was probably a shift in the team direction where UI designers have to adhere to different like wants and needs for
guidelines, right?
Yeah, guidelines. So they probably want to do things, but like their higher ups are just denying it for whatever reason it may be. Like that, I don't know why.
For accessibility, do you think they have to like comply to shit?
Maybe they're complying to that.
I just think
for like EULA and shit like.
It's either that or like they're trying to make it like similar to Nintendo games where they're trying to make it like more friendlier for a younger audience and not overly complicated and shit like that.
Which is also wild, though, when you think about 3DS, like we were just talking about, because that did have some of the best UI Nintendo's ever done. And you could zoom in, you could zoom out, you had all this other customization. Like, obviously, they told people you have to have the icon be a certain, size, just like you would have for this. I just remember the early days of Switch where there were these companies, many of which still haven't updated their games, where they didn't have the logo of the game in the square. It was like Sonic Mania, I'm sure you remember this, Fidel. Just the face of Sonic. Or like what was the that eShop game with the snake where they didn't have the title
Snake
of it? It was just
Snake Pass,
where it was just like this
and they
picture of the
the icon. It was worse.
Right, and it got worse, exactly. Or like Fallout Shelter's got that too. I don't understand some of these things.
I've said this right, and I think this is across the three consoles. I've said this like we've been pushing us getting these digital libraries, right? And like if I want to have a digital library and that's when I want to showcase, and even if people come over, they don't like, I want it to look cool. Like, give me an option to like have a digital shelf, like a literal digital shelf, and like I have the icons of these things. And hell, if you don't like the icon of this game, you can swap between 2 or 3. Like they have different icons. You can put like an art one they have, or the one that's just the cover. Like, let me just customize the shit. Like, let me make it my own thing because all I do is buy digital. I want it to at least look dope. You know, I want to have a cool layout. I want to have a whole thing. Like even PS5 doesn't have folders and it doesn't have themes. I'm like, you are the PS5. How did you? I just don't understand, bro.
Again, no, neither does Switch, right? I mean, Switch just added groups still. Yeah.
PS4 had like a bajillion themes.
Yeah.
Like that you could user upload themes and sell themes, and you could like buy just themes from them, and they could be animated. Like
some of those PS4 themes are amazing too.
Bro,
like there's
a lot of
the near ones.
Crazy.
They've got
like the Persona one is crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's just like that's again the whole thing of like Western versus Eastern. The West in general, I'm not talking about America, we're just talking about Western made games. UI is crazy from West. Like they understand how to make UI not only engaging but also functional, and especially when it comes to like those type of from a cosmetic perspective.
Yeah.
And I think that because I think they prioritize that because they see the value in that, because you're literally printing money. Literally printing money. You put switches on you give switches themes, and you have a little tab on the Switch for themes that Nintendo could design and sell. You are printing money. But the same reason why they won't do that is the same reason they don't want to fucking add colors to like a color pack to Smash, because they don't want to print money. Fucking idiots.
I also think like it's just part of the general life issue right now, where like every UI ever is like it's just a simple color. And that's it. Like that's just
the thing is though. Like I've heard that argument too, but I feel like you can make if that is what the problem is, right? If it is that they want a simple UI, you can make a really gorgeous simple UI with the things we're talking about, with the folders, with being able to zoom in and zoom out, customizing the numbers that are. I mean, all of that kind of stuff you can do with the simple UI. I think like a really good. This is what they should do. Seriously, there's a game. I don't know if you guys have played this. It's called Mini Metro. Right? And the whole game is themed. You know what I'm talking about, Mike?
Yeah, I love that game.
Is themed like the subway maps in New York and in Chicago, where it's all very basic colors, very simple, but it is elegant and absolutely beautiful. The game is probably like $5 on the eShop or like on Steam. Do yourself a favor, pick it up. It's a really good puzzle game that came out like years ago. It's probably on sale for even less than that. But they should literally hire the team that does Mini Metro to do the UI for all of their systems moving forward, because they do it right. There's a way to do it and have it be simple and have it be elegant, but also have it make sense and flow in the proper way.
It's just like, again, like I just refuse to believe these people don't do it on purpose, because like it would take literally 5 people like us or anybody who has any self-awareness of using a UI be like, you should have this. Like that's all it takes. I refuse to believe they don't have someone there. They have to be doing it on purpose or to sell it 5 years. I don't know. That's a whole situation. So,
and like you said, it must be that there's people that are specifically in Nintendo of America, right? That are probably like banging their heads on the desk.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Nintendo Minute things?
What do you mean?
They just put out a thing where they were roasting fucking NSO.
Oh, were they really? You mean Kit and Krista? Oh,
yeah.
They still got to come on the show. We got to find the right day to have them come on the show. That'll be good. I need them to retell the Kanye story from the lost episode of Japan Time, because they will do it justice the way that I could not, despite the fact that I felt like I still made it pretty engaging. I know Kit and Krista would make it better.
Speaking of,
at the end of the day, hashtag be better Nintendo.
There you
Speaking of better, you know what's a very, very, very good game that you could argue is better than a lot of other games right now.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Yes,
Kirby and the Forgotten Land has been released officially. We talked about the demo a little bit on the show before, but now the game is officially out. I think, how many of us have actually beaten it? I've beaten it.
I'm getting close to 100%.
I beat it.
I haven't beaten it because I've been taking my time to get all the Waddle Dees when I'm out of world.
Gotcha.
I think I might stop doing that though, because it's actually ruining the game for me. I keep having to play the same level 2-3 times in a row. Like I'm done with it.
Just go through it, because you can still do post game even without.
Oh yeah. No, you can go back and get the Waddle Dees whenever.
Yeah.
Because I think when I beat it, I was at like 62% or something. And now I think I'm around like. Oh yeah, for sure. When you're streaming,
because that's the thing. I first when I was streaming it, I was doing. Then I'm like, okay, like people are just gonna watch you do the same level over and over. I'm just gonna do the levels and get what I can when I see it.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing about it too is it is the perfect stream game, because realistically, if you're like, I want to play through a full game, but I don't want to just completely take
Not
over
too
my
long.
schedule. I mean, 2 streams and you call it a day. 2 3-hour streams and you've beaten it. It's a game that really respects your time.
It's fairly long.
That's
Like
short.
I spent I did it like an 8-hour stream, and
Yeah.
the day before I did 2 hours of it. So I'd say the base game, if you do a certain amount of stuff, not like just jump through everything, it's like about 10 hours for a main campaign, 10 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
And then 100% I think is like around 15. But man, like what a game.
That game is cute as
It
fuck,
is
bro.
adorable.
Bro, I've been saying this game cute as hell. This game cute as hell, bro.
It's a Kirby game.
They've got it down to a science at this point in terms of making Kirby cute. They know how to make everything all soft and squishy and stretchy. They know how to apply their colors. Even in this game, where when you think about it, it's set in this dystopian barren land where it's just been abandoned by civilization,
Seattle.
but it's still
It's
bright
Seattle.
and colorful and beautiful.
You almost forget Kirby's a walking machine and harbinger of doom and death.
Kirby. I would say if we ever did like a power scaling discussion of Nintendo characters,
Kirby's on top.
Dude, Kirby's S tier. Yeah, easy.
Kirby is literally he's an Uber. Like he's banned from Ubers. That's how crazy Kirby is.
This is the first
Isn't he,
game
like,
where
still
it's
just a
so
baby?
Yes, he's like 6.
No, Ricky, this game is hilarious because in this game there are literally enemies that are like just chilling at a table eating food. Like they're not trying to attack you or anything, and you kill them. Like there's no reason. They are just hanging out.
No,
There's-
you're a psycho. You kill them. You leave them alone.
Yeah, but I'm saying the fact that you can just do that and you get their powers.
Kirby automatically kills them?
No,
no,
or
no,
you have a psychopath and he
Kirby.
kills them.
I'm
Or
just
you have
saying
to
that
control Kirby.
you have to control Kirby, but I'm just saying
killed
You have
fucking foxes
so what?
at
So the choices you make
Burger King
is what leads to the death of these animals, huh?
Listen,
Yes,
man,
Ricky. So there are rooms in this game on certain levels where they're like secret rooms or whatever. Like for example, there's a level where you go to a mall, right? And you walk through the fucking food court, right? And so if you walk into certain food courts, you'll see the little enemies, but they're just chilling. They're sitting there. They got food
ice cream,
on their.
yep.
I got ice cream. They got burgers. They got fries. They got chill. And they will not aggro you
They're cooling.
because they're cooling. This psychopath
here.
But listen, man, there's that donut. There's the donut on their table. I need it.
Look,
For
all
the
I
achievement.
know is Fidel's a freak,
This isn't
and
very
we need to lock him up.
This is the personality that I knew from Fidel from the moment he
Rick.
started hitting.
No,
The moment you
Ricky.
started physically
No, no, no.
abusing me, I
Oh
knew
my
that this was
God!
gonna
I've
permeate through
never
everything.
touched you, sir.
I knew this was going to
I
permeate
haven't
through
touched
True, I
everything.
saw it. I saw it
It's
happen.
not true. Zeph is lying.
This is big facts,
This is
bro.
insane.
You call Zeph a liar? How
I'm
dare
just
you?
saying. I'm just saying. You don't touch me again.
I know.
I'm just
I
saying,
never
you don't
touched
me.
you.
Hey,
You don't touch.
hey, Fidel.
Please buy these jackets.
Hey, Fidel, you
Please
keep
buy
my
these
friend's
jackets.
name.
I can't.
You keep my friend's name out your fucking
Time
mouth.
dot shop.
You hear me, Fidel? You keep my friend's name out of your fucking mouth. You hear me,
My hands
Fidel?
are up. My hands are up.
You hear me? I got
hands
you,
are up.
Ricky. Don't worry about it. I'll walk up and smack the shit out of you right now.
My hands are up.
Thank you too, though.
I'll smack the shit out of you right now.
Don't smack
Hit you
me,
with
man. I'm
that
sorry.
dash 5M.
Don't do it, man.
On the topic of Kirby, real
Anyway.
quick, one thing I want to bring up, because Fidel was talking about this on Twitter, which I almost wanted to slap him for too, was I feel like, personally, and this is a whole nother discussion potentially, I feel like this game for the Kirby franchise is like a best case scenario. For a couple reasons. One, I feel like the things they're doing with level design in this are, I personally feel, better and more original than even like something like Mario Odyssey. I think some of the levels in this game, without getting into heavy spoilers, I'm not going to speak beyond World 3, but the one area where I really started to feel like that in World 3 was the Electric Light Parade themed level. That is so cool, based on such a specific thing, and it manages to really make you feel like you're involved in this spectacle in a way that also makes sense for a Kirby game. I think it's fantastic. And the music's incredible. The lighting effects, like people aren't really talking about how pretty this game is. This game is gorgeous.
It's a gorgeous game.
Like gorgeous.
For me, like, yeah, you go.
Go ahead.
And well, no, but the thing I was going to finish up with that point was, to me, I feel like, and I brought this up earlier, this game respects your time. And there's never really filler unless you're choosing to do the filler. So like Shofu, you had mentioned that at first you were doing all the little Waddle Dee missions, right? But if you just play through the game normally for the first time and you're not just searching for all the Waddle Dees and you're just playing through it, it never really feels like there's downtime. You're always going, right? There's always like a treasure road to go down, or you're on like an interesting level and you could just choose to go to the next one. And even if you're playing in the most basic terms, you're always going to have enough Waddle Dees to get to that boss to then get to the next area. And I feel like even with Mario Odyssey, for as good as that game is, there were a lot of moments in Mario Odyssey when I was sitting there and playing it and like, all right, I got to collect 5 of these things to get the moon, or I have to go do this very basic thing where you like butt stomp onto this area and a moon's gonna show up. And it felt like there was some filler stuff in that game, whereas this doesn't really feel like it has filler if you're just playing your way through it.
I see, the thing is, I compare this game more to 3D World because it is, here's the world and you have the bite-sized levels. And what I would say with this game is I like this more than 3D World because it solves the problem I had with 3D World, which was the levels were a little too small and a little too linear. And this game fixes that, where there's a bit more exploration within the tiny levels and you have a reason to go back in for replay value and such, you know? But whereas I think like with Odyssey, it's a little different because in that game, you are in this one area and you're like learning it and you're discovering it. And there's all these secret areas you're finding and all these things, and you go back to them with post-game stuff. I think it's a different design philosophy with them. Like for me, it's much more of a 3D World type game, and I think it does it better than 3D World. And the reason
the only thing 3D World has on it, obviously, is the online multiplayer, which this should definitely have. Yeah,
exactly.
The other thing about the levels in this game. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say the one thing I wish it had was more movement. Like that's what Mario has.
Kirby is like a touch too slow.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, a little bit.
If he was a little slower than how he is when he gets a speed buff, then he'd feel perfect. But
I was gonna say, did you know you could dodge roll?
Dude, yes. Spears told me that while I was streaming it, blew my mind.
Yeah, I got up to the 5th world, and I didn't know you could dodge roll. I didn't know you could do the little slide thing.
There's just no way.
L button.
I don't believe it's like integral to the game.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I wasn't blocking or dodge rolling until World 4 because I didn't. I thought it was. I thought it was
again behind. When I told you.
Yes, when Viram told me when he was on my stream, he was like, "Oh, so you're not blocking?" And I was like, "Blocking."
There's gotta be a thing in the game.
Bro, blocking with ice is fucking broken. You never seen that?
Bro, I wasn't. First of all,
there's no way I knew.
I avoid ice at all times. That was my. I hate.
Yeah, ice is just a boring power up, to be honest.
That's cap, bro. First of all, see, y'all not doing it right. See, first of all, you have the placebo of you just said he's slow skating around. The placebo of that mitigates that right there, there.
Yep. Ice skating
better when before they nerfed it in this game. They got rid of the spin move.
Yeah, I think that's what I was like. I was expecting that to happen. I was expecting that was gonna happen when I pulled up the ice.
Which was
they got rid of a lot of moves.
Yeah.
Look, we all know what the best power is.
The twin glide.
Oh, dude, the Ranger is the best.
The twin
Kirby is fantastic.
Yeah, I love Ranger.
The power-ups are an amazing addition, dude. I love like some of the later ones are just so good, and there's some you get like. There's some secret ones.
Go ahead and tell him. Go ahead and tell him like you told me. Nah, go ahead and tell him like you told me.
Upgrades. Nah, the upgrades are in the
I
trailer.
haven't beat the game, but I didn't really want to, so I just watched it, which was fine. It was like I really liked the concepts and stuff. It was really cool. There's some crazy ass shit I've seen that you can unlock. That's like huge spoilers.
Yeah.
Dude, the ending is crazy because Kirby games always have a tradition of like the final boss is some creepy weird thing.
Link a picture.
This one is insane.
This shocked me, and I'm used to like the Kirby craziness near the end.
There was like 5 different things that happen, moments you would think it's the end, and it keeps going, and you're like, holy shit.
Well, not just that it keeps going, but like the things that it does, you've never seen in a Kirby game before, ever.
It's crazy.
A thing about this game that I really appreciate. Well, appreciate is the wrong word. Is that my biggest problem with a lot of games is that they don't reward progression. in for world building. I'm not going to click that. I have to not click that.
Yeah.
They don't reward progression in non like linear. They only reward progression in linear ways, meaning that you unlock more skills, you get stronger. The thing I appreciate about this Kirby game is that as you complete, you capture more waddle-dees, you get more of the homies, you bring them back home safe. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to get back to your habitat, and then you unlock mini games. You unlock, you know, cute little activities for Kirby to do. You unlock more shit to do.
Are there mini games in this one?
Yeah.
Sure.
You get a whole
the little
fucking,
overcooked one.
Yeah, you get an overcooked mini game. You get a fucking. You can fish.
Overcooked. Yo, that's
Fishing's hard, bro.
Wait, what's
Bro,
the
fishing? Fishing is hard.
What's the fishing for?
Money.
Yeah, it's like
okay.
a good way to get money.
Yeah.
Is it though? Because like I was doing it for a while, and I only got maybe 10 coins off of a good fish.
You have to get the big ones,
bro. You're not good at fishing. That's why.
Oh dang!
You gotta get good.
I'll get
you
good.
You need big boy fat fish.
The real big boy mini game is the fucking tilting one.
Wait, they put Kirby Tilt and Tumble.
Oh, Tilt and Tumble. That's right. I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Wait, does anyone have? Like, can someone like footage? I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. Here, I'll give you my stream.
Yeah.
Because I love the Game Boy game Kirby's Tilt and Tumble.
Same here. I was freaking out when it came up, and I was playing
really
it.
Good.
It's like it's not really like Kirby Tilt and Tumble. It's you know the little marble mini game from Twilight Princess.
It's like the Marble Switch game.
Right. It's like that mixed with Kirby Tilt and Tumble.
It is taking everything in me not to click this picture right now. Oh my god, I gotta close Discord.
Delete it. I'll delete it.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm good. I can control.
I'll delete it.
Yeah, some of the bosses are really wild in this, though. I know you guys were talking about that at the ending, but man.
Yeah, I think
I'm excited to play, man. Like from what I've seen so far playing and like from watching others, I really love the enemy designs in Kirby, man. I don't play many Kirby games. Kirby games have like they can have the cutest enemies where it's like, damn, I feel so bad killing you, but I have to just because the game makes me. And then there's just like the first boss of the game, I love. Like the design is so nice.
You mean the monkey?
Yeah.
Monkey's great.
There are a lot of like brand new enemies in here, like the Beast Pack. That whole crew, like some of the best enemies they've added to Kirby.
How do we feel about mouthful mode?
Yeah, I don't know.
I love it.
Fun.
It's fun.
Brilliant.
It's fun. It's a
I
great
love
idea.
that, bro.
They don't overstay their welcome and how long
Like
they have to
you
use
just
the
said
level.
You gotta say like Rick Ross, bro.
Mouthful.
Yeah, it feels more naturally blending in with like the rest of the game than most of the other gimmicks they've done.
Yeah.
Sure.
And like the driving feels amazing on it. Like the other ones are really good. Like they just everything about it is just super well made, super well designed. My only issue was like that it definitely did follow the very conventional like here's your desert world, here's your snow world. Like the only like differently themed one was the roller coaster world, which like I would have like.
I would actually highly disagree with the ice world because the ice world to me feels like only just because I've been playing this recently it feels to me like Ishgard from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, no, I know exactly.
I was rolling around in that like Heaven's Word. It's so good.
At the core, it does follow those tropes.
Yeah,
I think the spin that the game itself puts on them is still really, really
I agree.
cool and interesting.
I like
just the nature of the settings is just like it still again keeps to that theme of this is an abandoned civilization.
Yeah,
so even in the desert world, it's like, okay, well, this is, an abandoned hotel and it's just kind of become a desert, or the ice world being an underground station that's now frozen over. Stuff like that.
I like the
Kirby is the warrior of light.
He truly is.
He is, yeah.
I like the fire world being Crisis City, basically. Right. Really cool.
The desert world has that awesome variation of the mall too, where you're like behind the scenes and stuff, and that has some of the best puzzles I think in the game too. They're a lot of fun because they utilize the mouthful mode where you're jumping between different ones and swapping them out while also using other powers to try to get the different waddle-dees. It was great.
Everyone's favorite power so far?
We can go in Discord order. Go ahead, Coast.
What was the question?
Everyone's
I like
favorite power so far?
I like sword and hammer so far, and the chakram. I don't have many like choices though, because like I'm assuming things get way better once you upgrade them. But
Yeah.
like base level sword, I like base level hammer, and then like the upgraded cutter, I like.
I would say, honestly, I've never liked this power, but in this game, it's amazing. Spike. Level 3 Spike is crazy because, like, with level 1 Spike, you can, like, jump and get, like, a mini roll. And, or needle, sorry, it's needle. And then when it's, like, level 3, you can, like, constantly roll. And the more enemies you get stuck into it, the more it can keep moving. And it's just really cool. Like, it is
like Katamari.
Yeah. It's really well designed. It's really cool. That one
wait.
and...
Can I take my answer back?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Mine's sleep.
Yeah, of course it is.
Level 2 sleep, great. And I don't want to spoil it, but like the fully upgraded hammer, you'll see. People will know why. Go ahead, McDarrett. Do you have one? Or you're not playing? Maybe it's not.
Oh, Mike is though.
Okay. Yeah. Also, probably the max upgraded hammer and the max upgraded ranger.
Don't tell me.
Yeah, I'm also Team Ranger.
Yeah, I'm not.
Sure.
I'm not
I think
gonna say
Ranger's
anything.
like that's my answer. That is such a fun, cool new power, and even getting like the level 2 one, I had unlocked it right before the boss of World 3, and it made that boss battle such a breeze and actually a lot of fun. Level 2 Ranger.
Oh, level 2 Ranger.
Yeah. The level 3 one is great too, but level 2 is the one that the hat that Kirby wears. I just really liked.
Conquistador Kirby.
Right.
I didn't like it's got like it's a weird one. I like drill, but I don't like how much time you spend momentum in the air to like get underground. Like I wish it was just immediate. Like I use it, I'm underground. That like long.
I wish it went like straight down or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Shofu, you got one?
Excuse me. It's got to be the twin Glocks, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just hella funny. He really
Probably
strapped
strapped
up.
up.
All right.
Vera?
I've also got to go with the sword, specifically the third form of the sword. Although the second form is quite unique and interesting because it's like the ice where it gives you a different sort of guard where you're completely invincible.
Right.
So yeah, I'd say sword overall I really like.
I think it's bomb.
Really?
I really enjoy bomb.
Like normal bomb or the.
I actually enjoy all three of them, but like in descending order of like the upgraded one, the fully upgraded one is my favorite, and then obviously level 1 bomb is like it's still, but like I really enjoy level 3 bomb because it does what the specific gameplay thing that ice does that feels clunky to me does not feel clunky when I do it with bomb, where I'm using projectiles and trying to position them or throw them out at specific times. When you do it with ice, it feels clunky because the movement is so fluid. You have to stop moving to do it, and it takes 8 years because you have to actually like fucking, freeze something and then push it. But the bomb doesn't do that, so it just feels a little bit more fluid. So I really like bomb. I actually use that more than anything. And then probably the close second would be upgraded crash. Upgraded crash is hilarious.
That's right. That is cool, actually. Yeah.
Upgraded crash is hilarious.
What is crash?
Crash is the one where if you scoop up the big ass like bomb guy with little feet.
I haven't seen that one. I guess.
I'm already seeing that. I'm seeing the JoJo memes in the chat already about it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
you
totally
are all correct.
Yeah,
You're all
correct.
Well. Wait, actually, Martha, actually, I'm not memeing on. I was kind of memeing on upgraded crash, even though it's really funny. It's actually tornado. I hated tornado in every other game. I love tornado in this game.
Oh yeah,
movement of tornado is super fun. Yeah,
tornado in this game is great. So it's level 3 bomb and level 3 tornado for me. Is that for Reno?
Yeah. Well, Zeph, remember he said he's watching it. He's not playing it.
He's watching.
Yeah, he was watching other people play it. Yeah.
Actually, I
yeah.
have a question about the power-ups. Mainly just which ones are in it. Are Mike and the wheel Kirby?
Nope.
Are those in this?
No, I wish.
No.
No and no.
What a shame.
So
Maybe
actually
this
have
will end up
fewer
getting
power-ups.
DLC.
It has
No,
fewer
but,
power-ups
I mean,
because of the level
the
3s.
wheel one makes sense because they have like the car and the mouthful mode.
Right.
But I was curious about the mic because those are like my favorite power-ups. Like,
Well,
ever.
I mean, Crash is
Crash does the same
effectively
thing
this time around.
Yeah. Okay. Then.
Yeah,
I do
all
wonder,
Mike
though,
is a board wipe, right?
You were talking about abilities that aren't here. I do wonder if they are going to do DLC for this because obviously they did it for Star Allies. They added a lot of DLC in Star Allies that was free. So I'm curious if they're going to do the same thing with this one too, where they're maybe adding new abilities or new worlds or something.
They could be lying, but they did already say they have no plans for DLC. But it is worth knowing that they said that for launch.
Because
I feel
Fighter
Star
Kirby
Allies
would be
needed-
awesome.
Oh yeah, I'd love Fighter Kirby. That's like one of my favorites every time.
I'd like to have Spear, because I can't do that as a single player.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
My only complaint is that I can't even swap to Waddle Dee.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
trash.
yeah. Not even in arena. Like there's no
that's
reason for that not to be the case.
It makes sense you can't use him because like some levels you need the mouthful mode stuff.
But in arena, in Return to
arena,
Dreamland, in Return to Dreamland, you could use the alternate characters in arena.
Right.
In arena, yeah, specifically, yeah.
I think
what the speed runs looking like for this game?
Yeah,
I was just gonna
speaking of
ask that. I'm
speaking of
glad you brought that
speedruns.
up.
No. I was gonna have you cue the music. However, there are no times posted on speedrun.com, so we will save that for the next
I know
show.
what the world record is right
I
now.
also know what the world record is, but I will say it is not. We give it a week after the game come out usually, so we'll just say the next show to see.
Fair enough. We could save it for the next show. That's easy.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Mike?
Like Kirby games are notoriously easy.
Yeah, right
This
now
game
it's
is,
shy under over 2 hours, by the way.
Okay.
Also, what's it called? One thing we didn't talk about that's really cool about the game is it has these little challenge rooms where like you use a specific power up, and those are like one of the funnest parts of the games because like that's where you really test your stuff. And I like that because there you can. Yeah, you can do two. You could do like the first one where you just get the star for it, and then you could do like the extra hard mode where you get, it's just a bit of money, but it's just the satisfaction of knowing it. You beat it in a certain amount of time, and those are awesome. Like Return to Dreamland, but bringing you back was like a good idea because some of them are really challenging and they're really addictive because it'll always be that thing of like you're 5 seconds off. You're trying to see how much time you could shave off. Really fun.
That actually was my one disappointment, though, is the fact that, because in the treasure roads, I really thought you were going to get something better than just coins at the ending getting the better record. That was literally my only major disappointment with this game was the fact that the rewards for that aren't really that good. I was expecting they were going to be like bonus stars or they were going to be that you unlock like cool blueprints or something like that. Because the blueprint thing would have made sense because they're obviously testing your abilities. And so the fact we didn't get that, I think, was kind of a bummer. But
yeah. Either way, man, amazing game. It's just been like someone pointed out just the past 5, 6, and Nintendo releases between like Kirby, Triangle Strategy, Legend Arceus, Metroid Dread, Mario Party Superstars. People really loved. Like it's been a good roll, man.
Yeah. Hopefully they can continue it. I mean, what's the next major mainline one now that I was going to say Advance Wars?
Switch.
Oh yeah, Strikers. Oh yeah, Switch Sports. You're right. That's the end of the month. Yeah.
Then Strikers. Can't wait.
Yeah. Yeah, Striker should be good. Got a lot of good stuff. Yeah, like you said, it's Advance Wars would have been next, but I'm actually personally glad it's not anymore because now I can actually relax a little bit and beat the games that I want to beat. I still haven't beaten the first route of Triangle Strategy. I didn't have time to do it yet. I can't wait. I love that game. Viram, you said you beat it.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the end of the game? Anything's like change? Any of your thoughts since the last episode?
I really enjoyed the game. Finishing it made me want to play through it again.
Nice. That's what I wanted to hear. Good.
I did the golden route on easy.
Good.
Partially because I just really enjoy how the game feels and plays. Partially because I could feel with the ending that I got that it didn't satisfy me. So I want to try for an ending that will leave me feeling more satisfied.
Can you type with spoilers what ending you got? I'm interested in the character.
Now, the thing about Triangle Strategy, though, is doesn't it have a new game plus? So can't you just literally restart with all your stuff on easy, like Zeph was saying, and just fly through Golden Route?
That's why the replay value is pretty good, because you don't have to sit through all the...
That's great.
Oh, yeah, that one would leave you wanting more.
Yeah.
The spoiled ending. I got it. Well, anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap this baby up? It's been a solid 2 hours, much like Kirby. Very little filler. I mean, we didn't really talk about the Chris Rock Will Smith thing. If you want to,
well, yes. Wait, what?
We should definitely talk about it.
We should definitely talk about that. So, in case you missed it, yesterday was the Academy Awards, and the talk of the town was when Chris Rock made a joke about Will Smith's wife being bald, saying that she could star in the next G.I. Jane movie, which for those of you guys who don't remember, was the old movie with Demi Moore where she shaves her head. Will Smith initially laughs at the joke. Jada does not seem pleased. Cameras cut. And then next thing you know, Will Smith is on stage, slaps Chris Rock across the face, says, "Keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth." And that is that. And then goes on to win Best Actor later on in the night.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now, with this time, it is now for the Japan Time commentary crew to break down this gameplay here. We're going to have Shova go ahead and bring it up, not only in the call, but for everybody. Viram and I were going to break down this high-level gameplay here that took place yesterday. So everybody just hold on a moment.
First of all, you think I have this shit on deck, brother?
I do. I posted it for you. Because I knew you would.
Somebody give him the thing.
It's right here.
Oh my gosh.
Just scroll up a little bit.
Number one trending
We're
on
going to
YouTube.
examine the frame data. All right.
I see it.
Man, trying to make me do analysis of 4:30
Is that one,
a.m. That's crazy.
Don't worry, I got you, bro.
That's the whole thing, right? Yeah.
This man's name is Will Smith -5M. Come on, bro.
What's up?
What's the problem?
That's crazy.
It was it not the -5M?
I mean, it could have been. It could have been.
There's no, bro. Did you see how Chris Rock tanked that? It was not heavy.
That's true. That's true.
There's no way. It might have been a light, if we're gonna be honest. All right.
That was the light.
Oh, hold on, bro.
That is wild that this is literally the number one top trending thing on YouTube. Number one.
We were me and Shofu were on Snark's stream, right? We were playing Mario Kart.
On here at the start of the match, and you never really want to start with that because the taunt to get body combo is almost guaranteed in every scenario here. But we'll see if this is going to play out for him. Okay, and as you see here, Will Smith going in with a slow walk up, and oh my gosh, you see, let's go back. Let's go ahead with a little bit of quick replay here, Shofu. As you can see, him approaching, gets Chris Rock right in the corner, and then stances up directly and hits the standing medium right here. And as you can see, the windup, it's actually a pretty slow button. It's roughly around 10 to 11 frames, Viram. So it's actually very reactable. Why don't you think Chris Rock?
I don't think it's reactable, bro. Look. First of all, you got to see how Chris Rock is standing, hands behind his back. Does he have time to bring his hands from behind his back in front of his face? No, he already fucked up.
Well, okay, so you're saying that Chris Rock wasn't blocking? He wasn't blocking here?
What I'm saying is he's not in a neutral pose here. He's in a stance right now. You know what I'm saying? He has to leave the stance to turn around to actually end up blocking. He's in a stance form right now.
Not to mention, of course, you have to take into account the mental stack here. Of course, Chris Rock is up on the stage, not nearly ready for the approach option that Will Smith has to offer right here. He, in his mind, is expecting a much more passive, a much more friendly option coming out from Mr. Will Smith right here. Thrown completely off guard, as a result, unable to react, even if that was a slower option.
Well, as you can see after the slap,
Tito, if you look closely, right? He actually reacts before the contact is made. You see that?
Look,
you see that?
Yeah.
He turns around. That's right.
Look at his head move slightly to the left, right?
That's right.
Here.
As you can see, what he does is you can see here, Shofi. This is actually he's using his V trigger here because you can see he actually prepares his super armor before the hit, so that way he takes the gray health. Let's go ahead and play this through.
I'm saying.
Look at this. Will Smith comes through looking for the standing medium. Oh, and look at that. Look, and he also got a crumple there a little bit, actually, even through the super armor.
He had to tank it for the television, though. He couldn't.
You actually have to question this. Are they playing online or offline? We actually don't know. There may be additional.
They're clearly playing offline, bro. What do you mean? They're face to face.
They're literally local. They're literally on local.
What do you mean? How do we know? Because I can see them in the same room. They're playing online in the same room. That's cap.
How do we know?
What do you mean? How do we know? I can see them in the same room. How are they playing online in the same room? How?
Now the question is, history
is definitely local.
Yeah, history would prove that the Chris Rock Jada matchup is usually around 80-20 in favor of Chris Rock, historically speaking. But the assist call to Will Smith here was unprecedented to a 2-on-1 match, and it's just unfortunate for Chris Rock. He was not prepared for the assist to be called because he had no meter. As you can plainly see, he had absolutely no meter.
Look, man, if his hands were not behind his back, literally the last thing you do in a fight, right? He would have definitely had a chance to block this. For sure, because he reacted.
Yeah,
he moved his head.
I agree. Exactly. He was
taunting.
Exactly.
There's no way.
Right, he got hit while taunting, bro.
Yeah, he was caught in the taunt animation for sure.
I don't know, man. If he wasn't expecting it, human reaction time is like 200 milliseconds. That attack seems like it was probably 10, 11 frames. I think even if it's
how many
lag,
seconds until
he's ready. Approaches? I don't think I think it's reactable, but he's still getting hit by it. I don't think there's anything he can do about it in that situation.
I do respect the patience coming in from Chris Rock here for not immediately trying to DP out the corner. It's a really interesting choice here because he understood the matchup. He understood that he did not have an advantageous stage presence here, considering that the bag was in jeopardy at this point.
So, Will Smith put him in the corner, and then he left.
It's just
afterwards.
He's not in the corner. The least he could have done was at least
he's in the corner
or something.
He's in the corner.
There's open space.
This is not the corner.
Ricky.
No.
He's in the middle. He's in the no. He's in the corner because if he presses a button here, he automatically loses.
He's not in the corner because he can take a step backward. That would he could have avoided the entire attack. There's space for a backdash. He definitely is not in the corner.
That's what I'm saying.
He can escape.
But we just all agreed that he's in the taunt animation.
He doesn't have to press any buttons in this situation.
Okay, but if he's in the taunt
because
animation,
he has other evasive options.
He's in the corner.
But what I'm saying is that once he gets hit, then he's in the corner.
No.
Yeah.
How is he in the corner if he's not
this
in the corner?
This is not set play. What are you talking about?
No, because
he's simply taunting in the middle of the screen. He's not in the corner.
He's taunting because he didn't have the chance to recover before, and Will Smith had like at least 10 seconds on that approach before he had any.
He walked up.
He had options.
Had Chris Rock, my voice cracked. Had Chris Rock been more aware of the situation, he could have easily ran this way or this way.
That's
he
true.
He could have run away. He had space to leave the situation.
Yeah, but never in a million years did he didn't understand the matchup. He didn't know the assignment. He didn't understand the matchup at all.
That's why he's not in the corner. He just got hit. This is it.
What an OS that Will Smith put him in. What an OS. If he doesn't do anything, he's a bitch. If he does something, he loses his back. Like, what an OS from Will Smith here. He ended up getting the dub at the end of the day. He actually walked away with the belt. So, good stuff to Will Smith. Will Smith played perfect. He played perfect here. That's been the Japan Time Commentary Crew breakdown.
Hey, man. I can't wait for the next match in August.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how they're going to run this back.
Look at the recovery frames, man.
Bro, this move sucks. It's been nerfed.
There's the hit.
It's been nerfed.
Active, still active, not active anymore. Recovery. Look at all this recovery, bro. Oh my god,
bro. But the thing is, also look at Chris Rock. How did he ate it right? But he's definitely in a slight crumple. Like he might have gotten a counter hit here because he was taunting. Like that's a counter hit. Unfortunate.
I do want to ask though. On a serious note, did you think this was real or fake at first? Because it just so happened that obviously it was real now, obviously, but I mean,
100% fraudulent.
At the time that it happened, right? Like I was watching the Oscars and the internet went out, and so Reagan and I were eating dinner, and I come back to the internet and I see that Chris Rock was slapped by Will Smith, and I thought at first, oh, it was a gag, like this was one of the little things they do in between the awards, and it was funny. But then when you watch the uncensored version, he's screaming like "Keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth" and all this stuff. I realized, oh my god, I would argue against what Tito said that it was a perfect play, because a perfect play would have been to slap and sit back down and not say anything and allow Chris Rock to do what he does as a talented comedian and play into the gag.
No, that's only the perfect play if he's not dead ass serious. He was really dead ass serious. He didn't want him to say his wife's name anymore.
He dared him to do it again. He dared him to say something again. I mean, Will Smith's play here was immaculate. This is Evo level top 8 play right here because not only did he he got an uncontested.
He was initially right. You see him laugh, and then you see Jada's upset by it, and then the camera turns away, so you don't see his initial reaction. And then Chris Rock is telling whatever the rest of the joke, and that's when Will Smith walks up and slaps him. Yeah,
he walks up. You're right.
No, she was in his ear. She was in his ear.
Right. Well, no. What happened was
someone was making the joke that it was like Aaron was saying.
No one, no one sees the frame.
Here's the crazy part.
Titans, powers, and paths. We're telling Will Smith what to do.
Here's the crazy part too. That Chris Rock drew the aggro on Will because he hit with the taunt. He taunted at Jada, and then she called the assist, and then Will said, "Well, time to go ahead and use my assist," and that's his assist. Because that's what he only hit once, and then he walked back. He walked back to the foreground because in reality, what we all know, we're all failing to realize that actually Will Smith is an assist character. Jada is on point.
It was Jada V. It was Jada V. Chris the whole time.
That should have been evident after last year's Facebook dance. I think that people would have known.
Marvel,
right?
baby.
That needs to get nerfed, bro. That shit is too strong.
No. It's just that Chris Rock didn't understand the matchup. He won't get hit next time. He just won't. Because it takes like 85 frames and it does like 6 damage.
Bro, that's still a full screen. That's it. Hello.
It's not full. It's only full screen because he didn't move.
It's broken.
He also didn't block.
Chris was still taking Chip when he won Best Actor.
He did take Chip. He did take Chip.
What are you talking about, bro?
Like, all I know is Jada was on point the whole time, and she just called the Will Smith assist. The Fresh Prince assist came through. He got hit, and he won the round. Perfect play from Jada, really. Perfect play.
Something else that was brought up on Twitter afterwards that I was laughing about, and I'm like, damn, I didn't even think about this, is the fact that obviously they hire comedians to do the bits in between between the awards. How wild would it have been if Chris Rock didn't even write that bit and was slapped for writing a bit that the Academy made him read?
No, we talked about this. I talked about this on my stream earlier. I get, because for people who don't know, when you host the Oscars or do anything like that,
right?
Like as a comedian, you're usually not writing your own material. The Oscars will hire other people to write.
He didn't.
So he did not write that.
Wow.
And now, keep in mind, Chris Rock would have definitely written something like that. Actually, probably whatever he was going to write was probably going to be even funnier than that. Because that was like, it was a fine joke. But like, Chris Rock is like one of the top comedians ever. Like he's that. But it's not like, and that's the crazy part to me. It's like you're like, it's like of course he's gonna do that. He smoked Jada's boots last time because she didn't fucking show up because she was boycotting even though she wasn't nominated. Like, what are we doing? Chris Rock doesn't give a shit.
That's what's up. Still got slapped though.
He did get slapped. He did get slapped, and then I mean, we'll hit Chris Rock, but
it just comes with the job. It just comes with the job, man.
That's cap.
What? Being a comedian and having the potential to get slapped? That doesn't come with the job. No. Of course it does.
No, you should. No, that's not.
You're making jokes at other people's expense. I'm not justifying it. I'm saying it comes with the job. You're telling me that you should never expect anybody to be angry enough to slap you if you make a joke about them.
I don't know. What I'm saying is that if you are doing a performance on a stage, at no point should you ever assume that it is a possibility for someone to get up on that stage.
Are you crazy? Why not?
Because you're doing a job.
So
that is your job.
What the fuck?
So what do you mean?
So if you as a comedian are clearly making jokes at other people's expense, you don't think there's a potential for them to get angry and attack you?
I don't think at an awards show with people.
I'm not saying it should happen. I'm saying the potential is always there if you're making a joke.
Sure,
about someone. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I'm not saying it should happen.
No, I agree. Like if you're at
hecklers, obviously, and like exactly, you're gonna get hecklers all the time. Or like some of the stuff Ricky Gervais said at the Golden Globes before is like way worse than what Chris Rock said. So
heckling is one thing.
This is not the first time a comedian has been attacked for saying some shit ever.
And it was wrong then.
I know that. I'm saying it's wrong, but I'm saying it comes with a job. If you're gonna tell jokes about specific marginalized communities or specific people, they might get mad and do something. That's all I'm saying.
Now, I still want to know, what did Chris Rock...
But you just said she was bald-headed. What warranted... I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say.
Okay,
what
you go Fidel, and then I'm a yell.
Yeah. I just want to say, what was Chris gonna say? Because there's that point where, like, after he yells, he's like, "Oh, I could," and then just sort of just.
Chris
laughs.
Rock was going to torch his
shit.
Yeah,
that's how I'm saying.
Because out of everyone on Earth in that room that is going to hit another person for something bad about his wife, Will Smith is the last person that has any right to say anything or do anything to anyone about Jada Pinkett Smith. It is insane.
Laughing. He was like, "Oh, I could." And
it is insane.
Oh my god.
We're kind of
go ahead, Ricky. Yell it out.
Veering away. We're veering away from a more important topic right now. Where does this put Will Smith on the tier list?
He's still at the top. What you mean? What
No. Will Smith,
he literally won. So
no. Will Smith did not even. Jada called the Will Smith assist. Will Smith is an assist character. You can't even pick Will Smith as a fighter.
Yeah.
You have to pick Jada first, and she comes with Will Smith.
I will say this much: it seems a little over the top, like just because the joke wasn't that deep. It didn't seem.
No, it was deep. If you knew
not for you to say, brother.
Yeah, if you knew what it was about, for sure.
He put an apology statement today. Like, he literally said he was out of line. Like, it's not like it's something he's sticking by.
They said that.
Yeah, he put a whole apology statement today.
Oh,
Will Smith.
Oh, Will Smith did. Yeah,
he apologized.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Will
Smith.
I thought you were talking
Chris
about
Rock is not going to apologize.
Oh no. Will Smith apologized. Yeah, why would Chris Rock apologize about a joke he didn't even write? Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Also,
even if he did
then
write
does that negate the slap? Does that negate the slap?
The slap is immortalized, man. I don't know if anybody who's in the chat has ever been to the Academy Museum, but about 6-7 months ago, they opened up an Academy Award Museum here in LA, and I've had the pleasure of going twice at this point. And there's a room where you go in, I think it's on the second floor, where they have like famous Oscar moments throughout the years. And there's like this little center panel in the middle of the room that has every single year dated and like the 3 biggest things that happened during the Oscars that year. And I was just laughing the whole time watching this, thinking like, I know one of the 3 things that's going to be immortalized on that panel at the Academy Museum forever is Will Smith slapping Chris Rock.
They were talking about taking the shit away.
Best actor thing. There's no way. That's not going to happen.
No, they were actually talking.
Because I think a lot of people too like don't understand the history of the Oscars and other stuff that has happened during that. But like there has been some wild, raunchy, like horrible stuff that has happened. No, like there was a whole thing where one year Marlon Brando chose to not accept Best Actor because of the treatment of Native Americans and had a Native American woman come up on stage and say on behalf of Marlon Brando that like I'm not accepting the award and he just wants to bring attention to like the wrongs against Native Americans, to which I swear you can go look up the clip, I promise you. Clint Eastwood comes on stage afterwards and says, immediately following this heartfelt speech, like, I guess I can't present this award on behalf of all the cowboys that have been shot in movies. And like that happened during the live show. And then it was even brought up afterwards that John Wayne, who is again famous Western actor, tried assaulting this poor girl backstage to the point where 6 security guards had to hold John Wayne back during the live ceremony. So this is a wild thing that happened, but there have definitely been other things that have happened over the history of the Oscars.
Famous people are fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
Now, Shizzy?
Yo.
Welcome, Shizzy. Welcome.
Hey, Shizzy, hear me out, bro. Hear me out, okay? We were talking about this Will Smith thing. This is what I said. I said that in actuality, Jada is the point character, and she just called the Will Smith assist. Will Smith ain't even really. You can't even pick Will Smith. You got to pick Jada, and then Jada got the Will Smith assist. What you think?
It's like Android 18 and Fighters. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get like 7. Like he's 17 in this situation.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Jada get into combat. You feel me? Character hit her. She roll her eyes. Will Smith come flying in off the screen. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. He just mink. Yeah.
Well, not even mink. Like he more. I feel like he got more of like a Zamasu moveset. Because if you see the follow through from the slap, he got his hand in like chop form. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Right. He could also do like Great Saiyaman Videl. He could be Videl too with the Great Saiyaman too.
You know what I'm saying? Like people like I'll be honest, like it was a 7 out of 10 slap, B. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was very, you know what I'm saying? It had
He had
some
to be
beats
quick,
to
bro.
it.
He had to be quick, you know?
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
What would have made it a 10? What would have made 10 out of 10?
If it would
Definitely like to hear Shazy's thoughts for sure.
It would have been a 10.
What would a 10 out of 10 slap?
There's only 2 factors that would have made that slap a 10. The only things that could have made that slap a 10 is if it had that nice to it, that nice crisp little
The little
bang.
sound, right?
It sounded muted. It sounded muted. It made everybody
That's
think
what
it
I'm
was a
saying, bro.
punch.
Because the startup was so long, he turned his face right before he got hit. We didn't get the crisp slap sound. You feel me?
We didn't get all 5 fingers.
Now,
we didn't get all 5 fingers.
Now, if he would have slapped them and he would have hit the floor, that's different. That's
different. That's different.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a 7 out of 10 slap. You feel me? Like I feel like he sat back down and Jada kind of looked at him like Tupac would have shot him. Like, what you gonna do?
Yeah, no. Like I'm telling you, Will Smith would have had to go up there and power bomb Chris Rock and then tombstone him on his neck. And then Jada still would have been like, "Why are you letting him breathe?" Like it still would have been crazy. Like
why you do that? Like why you do that in March? Why you didn't do that in August?
All right, buddy.
I'm just saying.
No, you're right.
Definitely. But the joke wasn't even that good. Like the G.I. Jane joke wasn't even that fire, to be honest.
It wasn't worth getting slapped.
Yeah, that's a fucking.
I'm still standing on that hill. I'm still standing on that hill.
Yeah, that joke wasn't that good. It was a mid-pack joke.
He didn't even write that. That's the craziest part. That's the funniest part to me. He didn't even write that shit.
You mentioned the thing with Tupac. Did Jada and Tupac have a relationship?
Oh, Tupac. Wait, can I cuss?
Yeah, of course. You're Japan time.
Tupac was fucking shit out of Jada Pinkett. Tupac was violating her.
He was pulling her back out.
Tupac was busting her shit up, bro. It was crazy. to the point where like she's like if she dies, she gonna go to heaven just to let Tupac smash type shit. Like it's like
insane.
It was different, bro. Like she loved that man. Like I feel like this whole shit just boils down to the fact that she don't respect that man Will, bro. Like we watched this man Will go from ideal, you know what I'm saying, actor, you know what I'm saying, people wanted to be him, role model, blase blah, to August Alsina fucked my wife, and I'm upset because I don't know how to handle my emotions right now.
Nigga, you talking like you Will Smith right now. How the fuck you know any of that?
Bro, he should have got them.
Some of this was on that Facebook show last year, right? Wasn't there a whole expose that like Jada was talking about this?
Yeah,
like they on the show.
She said all that shit.
Yeah.
Look at you trying to play me. Don't know nothing about nothing, idiot.
That's cap. What? I'm not saying she didn't say certain things. You talking like you talking like you was talking to Jada yesterday, bro. I'm just saying.
You shut up.
You shut up.
Okay. Bitch.
That's
fucked up, nigga.
Wow.
He says like
Wow,
I lied.
dude.
He should have gone up to him and been like, brah. He should have said, brah.
Now,
outta
all
here.
right. Now take a look.
All right, we're done.
Right?
Can we be done now?
You see the lean, right? You see how Chris Rock got that turn, right?
That's what I was gonna say, man.
If he would have threw that right hand, son, if he would have threw that right hand, Will Smith would have went to the fucking moon.
Counter.
Bro, could you imagine he ducked and then he punched him in the stomach? Just like,
no.
That would have been crazy.
Chris Rock was in a prime position. His arm is already cocked back. He could get a clean right to the jaw if he just lets the momentum of the slap come through. Turn his hips. It's all in the hips, bro. Just turn his hips, let his body move. Waka.
All he had to do was throw it, and Will Smith would have been out of here.
Bro, he would have crumpled to the floor, and then Jada sitting there tight.
Are we still talking about? Are we talking about Will Smith?
Let's end it off.
Mr. Ali getting crumpled by Chris Rock?
Let's end it off on the real highlight of last night. Samuel L. Jackson finally winning an Oscar.
Let's go, boys.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hit that round of applause. Ricky.
They've snuffed him for too long.
That's fact.
Damn, bro.
Yeah,
it's crazy too. Like if you think about it, every principal actor, at least from the movie Wild Wild West, has won an Oscar now, except Salma Hayek. Every other one has.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, I get it.
Wild Wild West.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
have Kenneth Branagh won an Oscar.
we're
Will
going
Smith
straight
won an
to
Oscar.
The Wild Wild West. I mean,
Yeah.
straight to the
Yeah,
Wild
well-
Wild West.
Yeah.
Genuine's on that
What's gonna
song.
happen, right? So we gonna go. So we gonna. I'm saying we gonna invade the streamer awards and shit. And when Shofu or Roger go up to get an award, right? I want one of y'all to stay to my headband, and I'm gonna just walk up and cuff your shit, and we just gonna make a great moment.
Yo, shout out to friend
Bro,
of the
they're
show,
getting the
Connor Eats Pants, by the way, at the Streamer Awards for wearing the Shadow the Hedgehog
True.
thing while he was at the
Yeah.
awards show. Shout out, by the way, to EE for finally meeting his queen Pokemon. Congrats, EE. Congrats to you as well. Was there anything else that happened at those Streamer Awards? We didn't really talk about that.
Nah, not really.
That's
Yeah.
the whole show.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
When are we gonna win the streamer award?
You
Alright,
ain't
alright.
funny.
That's crazy. I'll leave it to the professionals, bro.
Now, not to ruin my immersion. I'm ready.
All right, well, let's hear it.
Have fun, Ricky.
Bro, I'm in a Mario Kart match. Fuck.
Ricky, we're ready for you, man.
Ricky,
We're ready for you.
Ready for what?
Well, the end of the show. Well, I actually before that, there is one other thing I am legally obligated to do, which is to talk about JapanTime.shop and the Japan Time jackets. Now, to the 1,400 people who are in the live chat right now, I would recommend that you turn your attention to Shofu's stream. Shofu, could you please pull up Shofu? What did I just say?
Snowflu?
What? Shofu? Here's
It
the
really
link to
be
the website.
wrong.
Could you please pull this up on the stream for us, if you could?
What am I
Just
pulling
letting
up?
them know what the jacket looks like.
Oh, this? Okay.
Absolutely beautiful jacket, of course. The limited edition Japan Time jacket 2022, $79.99, available for 18 more days. We've sold 84 of the 200 jackets already, and we're not even at the halfway point. Let us get to 100 tonight. These jackets are absolutely beautiful. There's a photo shoot that's going to be coming before the next episode. You're going to see a couple of us wearing these Japan Time jackets. It's going to be beautiful. You've got that
You don't want to be caught
nice
out here dripless, bro.
No, of course not. You got the embroidered shrine on the back with that classic Japan Time abbreviated logo. The kanji on the side. You got the arm patch with the Japan Time little box that's got the Smash logo on it. You have that traditional training mode grid design as
Hey, yo,
well.
Shofu, refresh the page real quick. Let's see how many people bought it since.
Absolutely. Let's refresh the page and see just how many. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at the detailing on that pocket. Look at the detailing on the zipper, the lining. Look at this,
No one bought a jacket yet.
the scrunchies on the arm.
Refresh again.
Absolutely fantastic. You got those silver buttons. As I brought up before as well, that training mode jacket. Like, I think, especially after that segment we had today regarding Will Smith and Chris Rock, it is so important to analyze your frame data. It is important to go into training mode to fully understand how to use your Will Assist if you are a main for Jada Pinkett Smith. It is so important that you understand how to use that assist by going into training mode, going and looking at these jackets. Absolutely beautiful. On top of all of that, let me just bring this up too, right? Many of you out there probably aren't in relationships, but you know what you could be if you were wearing a Japan Time jacket like myself. If you were wearing a Japan Time jacket, you could go out on the street and you will have somebody walk up to you, guaranteed, or your money back. Someone will walk up to you and say, wow,
You're not getting your money back. You're not getting
that
your money back.
jacket
You're
will
not getting
guarantee you won't get your money back. Exactly. But they will walk up to you and say, where did you get that jacket? And you'll say, well, I am actually a huge fan of this podcast, the Japan Time podcast, hosted every other Monday on twitch.tv/Shofu. You should be listening to it just like I'm listening to it. And honestly, if you aren't listening to it, in the words of the former president of Nintendo, Reggie Fils-Aimé, what's wrong with you?
What the hell is wrong with you? I just don't get it. I just don't understand. It's just this might be the best jacket of all time. Like, legitimately.
Hey, listen,
All
no.
right?
I'm done with this shit. No, I'm done with this shit. It's been nearly 10 years of Japan Time. We have merch. If you don't fucking buy this jacket, I swear to God, I'll fucking pull up.
I have a gun.
Oh my God.
Thank you for backing me up.
Well, you're on parole right now, so you can't mess up, Fidel.
You're
Don't
both
worry
on
about it.
You're both on parole.
I guess I am too. I forgot.
Yes. And with
that's right.
Yeah.
All right. With that's true. All right, Ricky. Go ahead.
Do we have a Ricky outro?
Of course.
Can you motherfuckers stop doing this? I ask every time, stop talking about that so I can just play it when we're done. You don't have to talk about it at the end of the show. Please, I really prefer this. How many fucking times have I told these people, chat? How many times have I told these people?
You can't teach these
How many times have I
old
told
dogs a
these
damn
dumbass
thing.
motherfuckers not listening to me talking right now?
Shizzy, did I beat you guys at Mario Kart yesterday? Yes,
immersion.
Bro, you're trash, bro.
Don't you
Now
ever
it's
talk
Wisdom
to
Eel for the amazing Japan Time doodles as per usual as well. Thank you, Wisdom Eel. Keep up the good work. Beautiful.
My immersion.
All right, but do we got the outro?
Fuck
Man,
you,
fuck
man.
no.
Hold on. What? Ricky, what the fuck is this, bro? Oh my god. You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. What the fuck was that?
What the fuck was that?
Wait,
Huh?
Bro.
you had a choice.
Bro,
You had a choice. Don't put this on me.
Standing on the escarpment of boundless possibility, he activates adamantian wings and soars across the novas of the universe. In his wake, a trail of vermilion flame and destruction. On the next episode of Japan Time, you must live on, Michael-sama.